sour. It's sour. It's sour. What the fuck? It's sour. It's sour. It's sour. What the fuck? It's sour. It's sour. It's sour. It's sour. What the fuck? It's sour. It's sour. It's sour.
This needs to stop.
What the fuck? What's going on?
Panic, fear, panic, panic, fear, panic, fear, panic.
What the fuck? What's going on?
Panic, fear, panic, panic, fear, panic, fear, panic.
What the fuck? What's going on?
Panic, fear, panic, panic, fear, panic, fear, panic.
What the fuck? What's going on?
Panic,
Going on?
It has to stop.
Life is not going back to the way that it was before.
What the fuck?
Life is not going back to the way that it was before. Back to the way that it was before. Back to the way that it was before.
What the fuck? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
panic, fear.
There it is. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. All right. Hello, hello, and goddamn hello. Even the music cut out at the end of that. Nothing, I'm telling you. Nothing, not one fucking thing has gone right today. All fucking day, all right? It's going to be one of those kind of motherfucking nights. So, if anybody's on the bullshit tonight, this is not the fucking night to be bringing it. Anyway, welcome to Big Ray Phil, the What the Fuck live stream. Nothing I was planning to do is probably going to happen. Many reasons. First of all, everything took internet has been funky. Could not even. It's one of those goddamn hotels where you have to log into it every day. Then you get the privacy error message and all this other fucking shit that doesn't work. And it's very laggy. And then StreamYard was having big time issues. Like it was doubling me, my picture, and my voice. It was doing shit I've never fucking seen before. So clearly somebody does not want me to do this. Well, fuck them. The video, the what the fuck video I put out this morning with Meghan Markle claiming she's Nigerian now, that I had to dump because the audio wasn't working on that. As a matter of fact, nothing I said made it onto the video. The music was there, my voice was not. That ain't no good. That's not gonna fucking do it. And I was this close to fucking opening the window and jumping the fuck out. I'm done. Done with this shit, man. You know, for Christ's sakes, if you're gonna run a hotel, I think the number one priority now ought to be the fucking internet works. And have toilet paper. That's the other fucking thing. Nothing else matters. All right? Nothing else fucking matters. Before we get going here, let me say hi to the fine folks in the chat. Thank you for your patience. I know another reason this starts so late is because we got off work fucking late. Way behind schedule today. Unlike yesterday where I had actually time to go to the Giants-Dodgers game in San Francisco. I did that yesterday. I did post it online, I sent a few pictures to a few people via text, and they know who they are, so. But I did go to the Dodgers-Giants game at Oracle Park last night, and the Dodgers scraped out a win, 6-4 in 10 innings. They made it a lot harder than it should have been. Anyway, let me say hi to some of y'all. Tig Ting, nice to see you. Johnny Wishbone, not nice to see you, but I'm glad you're here anyway. Cool Dog, what's up? Callie Ford, go to the corner. Yes. Yeah, it's no shortage of that. More Asians. Shy Poster, nice to see you. And, oh my god, it's not even getting to these here. Massage parlor, I don't think I'd want to go to the local massage parlor anywhere around here. I'll handle myself, thank you very much. Jay, what's up? Yeah. And Renneria, okay. Yeah, go to the corner. Come out in about 5 minutes. God forbid you say, hey, how you doing? It's just, oh. Go to the corner. All right. Well, being that I could not do my Meghan Markle video this morning. Again, I did try to push it out the door before I had to get out of here at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to fucking work. Then Callie was the first to tell me, "Hey, there ain't no sound in this motherfucker." I didn't have time to proof it, proof test it, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. I didn't have time to do it because I had to get out the fucking door. So I just let it run, let it load onto YouTube and Rumble, and then there's no microphone. Microphone was not either it was muted or not attached or something. I don't know what the fuck the problem was. But it was on there for a while, and then I had to kill it because nobody could hear me talk. It was useless. And I had some really good commentary on that one. So maybe we'll try it live. If the fucking internet fucking behaves itself. All right. Yeah, it's and I recently deleted it off Rumble. I couldn't even do that on my phone. You could do that on YouTube on your phone, but I can't do it on Rumble. I had to come here and do it when I finally got here at about 9:15 p.m. Well after the intended start of the show. So there's many reasons why I'm absolutely pissed off. And there's a few people also whose name I'm not going to mention are also pissing me off. So let's just make sure. Let's see if hopefully they don't show up in here tonight, because it may be an interesting night if they do. All right. I haven't seen what time I have to start tomorrow, but I'm sure it's butt fuck in the morning like it's been for the last several days here. I've been here since April 29th. I've not had one day off yet. Yesterday was as close as we got. Yesterday we finished early enough where I actually get out to fucking San Francisco, go to the fucking baseball game out there. But today was a different story. Today we were way behind schedule. I don't know why exactly, but we were. Let's hope we can fucking fix that tomorrow. Fucking thing sucks. You ain't fucking kidding. You ain't fucking kidding, man. Well, I mean, that whole thing really took the wind out of my sails. I really had like some stuff I wanted to get into, but when everything just doesn't fucking... believe me, I'm sure somebody has probably called the desk clerk or somebody. It's like, there's some guy in that room yelling his head off, screaming and cussing. That's what I was doing. When I could get this shit to work, when the internet wasn't working, when StreamYard was all kinds of batshit crazy. And I just had to reboot the whole fucking thing and just say, let's see what happens now. So I think it's ironed itself out enough where we can actually get going here. Fuck's sakes, man. Anyway, how's everybody else doing? How's your weekend? This shit, weekends. I don't even know what that is anymore. The weekends here have been the hardest days. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The last couple of weeks have been the toughest days of this job. This thing's like shooting a movie. This project here. And again, I can't get into what it is. It's very hush hush, but it's a huge fucking production. I mean, huge. I mean, there's so much gear, so much shit all over the place. It's unbelievable. By the way, did you notice I have a different vest or a coat jacket or whatever these things are called? Yeah, there's a thrift store down the street, and right next to a supermarket. I've been, getting a little sandwich shit for it because again, they didn't bother to give us a room with a kitchen in it. So the only thing I do is make either microwave shit or sandwiches. So I pick up shit for sandwiches, and right next door is a thrift store. I thought, well, why don't I pop in there to see if there's anything useful? And I found blazers, and I thought, well, they're $10. Why not get a different blazer, for Christ's sakes, right? So there was a blue one I wanted to get, but the shit was covered with fucking cat hair or something. So of course it is. So I ain't getting this shit. I mean, there's a reason those are $10. I got this one. Here we go. $10 out the door. There you go. Stevie D, what's up? I'm sure the woke residents complained. I don't think there's too many woke people. Most of the people in this hotel are film crew from this job. I think we filled up pretty much the whole fucking place. Meghan, what's up? The good Meghan, not Meghan Markle, the bitch. That we'll get into in a second. Good lord. The weekend, nothing but... yeah, I haven't had a chance to do that. Like I said, this last Monday night was the only weekend I really had on this whole fucking project so far. Yes, thank you, Meghan. It's $10 from the local thrift shop down the street here. They're really a lot of hippies around here. They're in the thrift stores and secondhand, third-hand, fourth-hand shit. So who knows what kind of bum was wearing this shit before? But hey, here it is on me now. There you go. All right. Make sure to please hit that like button. Subscribe here. Let me put all that shit on the screen that says all that stuff down there. And hit that notification bell, please, will you? And if you're on Rumble, Thank you for tuning into Rumble to see me. By the way, actually, you know what's funny on Rumble? That Meghan Markle video got like over 50 views before I had to kill it. There's no audio on it. It's still got 50 views on Rumble. That's fucking crazy. I mean, yeah. By the way, while you're on here, don't mention what the job is. Okay, they're very hush hush about it. And if you've done a phase of this, you know what I'm talking about. So you know what it is. I know what it is. Those who know know. Okay, they're very strict about what's said about the product. Okay, it is a shit show. Yes, it's a movie. This thing is a fucking movie. Yeah, I mean, I know from the production world. Good dude. Good dude. Yep, you already know, buddy. You already know. Yeah, we have to get the lecture every fucking day. They tape our phones, the whole shebang bang. Yeah. I finally last night at the Giants Dodger game was the first time I took the tape off the phone in 2 weeks and I put another one on. Yeah. Like everybody's gonna take pictures. It's like we're film professionals. We don't give a shit about this stuff. You know, we're just here to work and get paid. That's what the fuck we're here to do. I don't have any vested interest in this shit. You know, Christ's sakes. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What's going on? What it is? All right. Well, I did mention Meghan Markle, so as long as I've got that in my mind, Meghan Markle is one of those things that the globalist cocksuckers are going to push on us because they want to tell you who your heroes need to be. Okay, they want to make sure that you remember that your peons and rich celebrities are to be admired and to be followed around and to have their asses kissed 24/7. Well, we are not the people to do that. But there are, unfortunately, a lot of people in society that fawn over these celebrities. You see their posts on fucking Facebook and all the stupid social media. Oh my God, Meghan Markle is so beautiful. I can't believe all the hate that they hate. By the way, speaking of underwhelming women, guess what started today? Jay, you might know this because your team won the final, I guess. Not that nobody more than 10 people would know that, but the WNBA started today, and the big deal they're making is that Caitlin Clark, that's like the next Illuminati push, is this another scrawny white chick. It's like, what, Taylor Swift wasn't enough? We have another one now that we have to fucking follow? Fuck that. You're never going to get me to watch women's basketball or women's sports in general. Fuck all that shit, okay? They're really trying to push that. And then you see all these simps out there fighting now over these teams. And, well, it should be Angel Reese, the black chick. No, it should be Caitlin Clark, the white chick. It's turned into a racial divide over the WNBA. That's how stupid and easily programmed fucking people are now. You cannot pay me to watch the WNBA. I still can't name all the fucking teams, even though we've discussed it on the show before many times. Okay? Meghan Markle may have gave me a chubby like 20 years ago when she was on television. By the way, Meghan Markle, her latest thing is she wants to know she's Nigerian. Okay, she went to Nigeria for 15 fucking minutes, and all she says she's Nigerian. The bitch is from the San Fernando Valley, just like I am, okay? I am more black than she is, all right? I bet you anything I know more about hip-hop than she fucking does, all right? I watch women's sports, but never basketball since the Sonics were stolen from Seattle. Well, don't you have a dykey? You have a dykey WNBA team, the Seattle Storm, I think they're called, right? Las Vegas Aces, back-to-back WNBA champions. Vegas J, I am glad to be the first to tell you that nobody fucking cares. Okay, nobody cares, other than the people that bet on it. And if you bet on WNBA, you're a fucking retard. WNBA. You know what I would rather watch more than WA? I'd rather watch two snails race across the world than the WNBA and a turtle. Okay? I would watch anything else than the fucking WNBA. Even the comedy factor goes away after a while. Watching all those fucking missed shots and those. By the way, are there any actual fucking women in the WNBA? They're all a bunch of dykes. Okay? Can we be honest here? Can we stop pussyfooting around, so to speak? These are a bunch of ugly fucking dykes. Nobody cares. They're always going to be... And by the way, I don't watch the NBA anymore, much less the WNBA, because we have too many women in the NBA like LeBron James, okay? Once we get the women out of the NBA, I'll start watching the NBA again. I will still never watch the WNBA, no matter how manly these broads are, okay? If you're going to have a women's national basketball association, have like the lingerie league like football used to have, right? It'd be like the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, but basketball, It's just chicks, hopping around with no clothes on. It doesn't matter if they play or not. you don't want to see these manly broads with no clothes on. You want to see them as fully dressed as possible. You want to see Brittany Griner fucking hopping up and down the court in her underwear? No, you don't. Her. What am I saying her for? You've heard her talk. It ain't no her. All right? Bull fuck. But they're really pushing this. They're really pushing this. And of course, they're making it a racial divide because Caitlin Clark's another slanky white chick that I'm tired of slanky fucking white chicks. Taylor Swift has already ruined that shit enough. And watch when fucking the NFL starts up again. Here we go again with Kansas fucking City. Juana Man Alone. Yeah, that's a dude, and I'd be willing to bet at least half of that league are dudes, okay? She's the only straight one. Who? Caitlin Clark? Really? Have you taken a good look at her? It's pretty manly to me. Again, but nobody's even heard of this bitch 6 months ago, right? But she is the one that they are pushing, that you are now supposed to admire. Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck her. You can't pay me to watch that pile of shit called the WNBA. Fuck the WNBA. Fuck every simp that's online defending it. You know you goddamn well don't fucking watch, but you have to because you're so afraid of what people might think. I don't give a fuck what people think. Fuck Caitlin Clark. Fuck Angel Reese. Fuck Brittany Griner. And fuck the WNBA. It's been a fucking losing disaster of a league for the last quarter of a fucking century, and it needs to go. ESPN also needs to go. All the mainstream media sports networks are shit. I get my sports reporting for very good YouTube channels. You know, whatever sport you like, there's a guy there that's way better than any of the mainstream media report. ESPN sucks, all right? And they have ruined the NHL playoffs, both them and TNT. They all have broads as color announcers, and they suck, all right? They fucking suck. Hang on, I'll get to the bullpen in a second. We're not done with that yet. All right, channel or what? You mean alt-right, all-right, or all-right? I'm not sure what you mean, but hey, Bar Door Classics, welcome to the shit show. I don't know if you mean all-right, alt-right, or just all-right. Hey, it's all-right. I'm not sure which one of those mean, but hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Now, there's somebody down here with no picture. If I don't see a picture, I get suspicious. The name also makes me suspicious, so I'm going to keep you down there for a second, all right? Maybe identify yourself in the chat first before I throw you on the screen. I'm not ready for the screen yet. All right. The StreamYard link is up at the top. So everybody wants to come on in, you know the deal. Just be patient because I'm not going to jump on in there right away. There's a couple more things I want to address. Okay. You know what? I watched women's football in shorts and tank tops. They used to have it. Like I said, they had a lingerie football league. I don't know how real it was. It was like the Gorgeous Ladies wrestling kind of. You know, it's like they just kind of ran around, but they were in lingerie at least. At least they looked like women. Even though they might, look like day shift strippers. They're still better than WNBA fucking BA though, right? All right, Meghan. See you later. Off to play fucking Fallout. She goes. All right. D's nuts. I guarantee you, most of the WNBA has D's nuts. At least. Yeah, Chicks with Dicks. Just call it the WCWD, the National Chicks with Dicks Association. There you go. Let's be honest here, okay? All right. Oh yeah. By the way, you know what's funny? My mom, who's a big sports fan, she hates when they got chick announcers on any of the sports, baseball, hockey, whatever it is. She fucking hates it as much as I do. So it's got nothing to do with you don't like women. No, their voices are fucking irritating, and they talk and they never talk about what's going on in front of them. It's always about something in some other game or some other player that has absolutely nothing to do with the game in hand. They just like to hear themselves blather on, and of course the PC woke mainstream media are all too happy to throw these dumb bitches at us. Not interested, okay? Not interested. They fucking ruin sports. It's time to take our fucking sports motherfucking back. Okay, hello, what's up? Sorry for the delay. I've had many issues tonight, but I think we're getting over them. I think we're getting there. Yeah, it is. And ESPN is the worst, and they're splitting assignments. 1 week it's ESPN doing the games, 1 week it's TNT doing the games, and each one has one team of an annoying chick on it. Never mind the sideline reporters; they all have chicks on them. But the chick is a color announcer. No, Stop it. Stop it. What is wrong with a fucking dude with a deep voice? That's who used to broadcast. That was the standard. Now we have some dippy broad that never fucking shuts up. Like, it sounds like a valley girl and shit. Like, oh my God, like, who has the puck? Oh, they scored. Like 5 seconds ago. Oh, they scored. I think it bounced off a stick. I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. It's like, why is this bitch there? Men don't want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. Okay? And women, the women who are actually sports fans don't want to hear it either. Okay? God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Women can't drive, navigate, or play stores. Where the hell is my sandwich? You want them to fuck that up too? Yeah, forget it. In the kitchen. Yeah, that's not how it works around here. If you're closer, just get it for us. All right? Don't just point. Be a sport, Christ's sakes. But put meat in it, please. Thank you. When did the draft become such a deal? When online gambling became a bigger deal. I could give a fuck. Listen, Meghan, I know you're a fan of the draft. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to sit through that fucking charade and just get good players. You know what I mean? Get good players. And most of them turn out to be complete failures anyway. So I don't understand the hard on with the drafts either. That's never been my thing. That's never been my thing. Women should be seen and not heard. Listen, there's times where you want to hear them, like fuck me harder, fuck me harder. You don't mind hearing that, right? I don't want to hear them during my sports. That's all I'm saying. Not everybody's thing. Yeah, no, it's not everyone's thing. Not everything is going to be everyone's thing. And by the way, Meghan, don't argue with Rob from Reno, otherwise known as Wishbone. There, I know the dude. If anybody's going to yell at him, it's going to be me. Okay, got it. Thank you. We women work the KitchenAid for us. Then who the fuck is it for? Why is it there? Why is it there? By the way, I don't need nobody to make me shit. I know how to cook. Okay. So I get home and I don't feel like doing it most of the time, but I know how to fucking do it. Okay. Especially breakfast. I'm just saying, in the old days, man got home from work, dinner was waiting on the table, and nobody had a fucking problem with it. But then feminism happened, and now everybody has a problem with everything. So, there you go. Kitchen is for show and tell. Well, what have you got to show? What have you got to show? Lycus 101 isn't happening in ESPN. It's not happening anywhere right now, okay? Let's face it. Sad but true, yeah. No, the mainstream media has been on the decline for a long time, and now it's just obsolete. There's so many other ways to watch anything. And by the way, I 95% of the shit I watch is either YouTube or Rumble, and mostly YouTube. Okay, because there's content creators who know what they're doing, whether it's games, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever you do. There's somebody there who knows what they're talking about without the bullshit and the commercials of the mainstream media, especially if you buy the premium packages, which unfortunately I have to do. All right. Sumo is a sport. Oh yeah. That's actual wrestling. It's not the fabricated bullshit that we have here. You know what I mean? Mile High Ronan, what's up? Nice to see you. Vegas, what's wrong with us women? Well, again, you can't lump all women into one group, right? That's what they want. Not all women are the same. I think we all know that. Some are cunts, some are a joy. The trick is for us to figure out which one is which before it's too late. Okay? All right. That's what Lycos 101 used to teach. But then it's no longer. Hopefully it's installed in people's heads. Anyway. Not our fault that God created y'all and women. What y'all? What's this y'all? You're not from Texas, Kelly. Leave the y'all to Twisted if she gets in here. Christ's sake. All right. Anyway, so speaking of dopey broads, let's see if I could get this to work here. Now it's a video file. Now when I download videos, they usually run a little faster than if I ran them off the website, like Twitter or or something. I just threw in the towel. Yeah, well, unfortunately, too, during the last several years, it was whant Trump, whant Trump, whant Trump. That's where a lot of us threw in the towel, okay? Let's be honest here. I have not subscribed for many years, mainly for that one reason. Not that I'm a huge fan of Trump, but I'm just, everybody in the world says whant Trump. Everybody on Twitter is whant Trump. Everybody in the media is whant Trump. Most of your politicians are whant Trump. I don't want to pay to hear whant Trump. All right? Enough fucking whant Trump. Trump does not live rent-free in my goddamn head anywhere. Okay? But anyway, let's speaking of somebody with no class and probably cannot make a sandwich. Meghan Markle. All right. Let me get the original one that I had. Now, this is the video I ran. I tried to run this morning. A few of you may have seen it. You couldn't hear me say anything over it.
So much for being here.
Good God. She started talking before I even pressed start. That's the power she has, right? Yeah, let me get a better layout there. There she goes. Oof. Too much of... All right. Well, it is what it is. Okay. So... here's a little context. This Meghan Markle, of course, you know, this is the chick who was a C-list TV actress from the Valley, like Canoga Park, Reseda, somewhere around there, right? And for whatever reason, the Illuminati said, hey, you're kind of mixed. That's kind of we're looking for that. We want you to look white, but we want you to denounce whiteness because that's kind of the thing now. And hey, we'll lizard you up. We'll make you a complete and total weirdo, and you get to be in the royal family. How's that gig sound? Huh? Sound cool? It pays a lot. All you have to do is travel wherever we tell you to go, and you get your own private jet. And of course, you can bitch about climate change as you're flying it. Oh, by the way, I have no problem cussing on YouTube. I do it often. I say many of the words they don't like. The only thing they don't like is some of the music I sometimes accidentally play, but hey. I've only gotten one video pulled, and it was more for copyright reasons than anything I said, so at least there's that. But this Meghan Markle, okay, so you know that thing 23andMe, right? So that was a thing because the media and the politicians, in their push to get everybody to be ashamed of how white they are, even if they're like half white or a quarter white. Being white is bad. Being white is white. There's too much white supremacy, whiteness. You gotta denounce your whiteness. You've heard all this fucking nonsense, right? Critical race theory, all that fucking shit. Okay? So anytime they find they have a little bit black, like Rachel Dolezal, who I don't think it's any at all, but if they have just a little teeny tiny percentage of black, they're black all of a sudden. And this chick is now, she went to Nigeria for some reason. Her and that fucking fag husband of hers, Prince Harry, who's balding since he was 25. I'm telling you that royal family is inbred. I'm telling you right now, in fucking bread. But this Meghan Markle, yeah. So she went to Nigeria, and I guess now she's been there for all of 10 minutes, and all of a sudden she's Nigerian. And not at all white, even though she is half white, indeed. But she has been completely, she sold her soul. Look at that. She's got that Illuminati, sold your soul, devil eyes. Where the fuck am I? Kim Kardashian has that same face. And so does Kamala Harris, and so does Hillary Clinton. And she also cackles like all of them, too. They all get the same busted microchip stuck in their head somewhere when they get the procedure done when they join the Illuminati. And they all seem to have the same mannerisms and the same script. Okay? She flushes tampons. Where? Okay. So, should we hear this brain trust explain how Nigerian she actually is?
Well, so much for being here. I'm just flattered and honored and inspired.
Inspired by what? She looked, what happened? Did she used to look like this? Again, before they become the lizard people they turn into, they don't look half bad, right? I don't remember her looking at, I can't remember the name of the couple of TV shows she was on, in the fucking late 90s or something. But what the fuck is going on here? Look how white she got, too. For somebody who wants to denounce their whiteness, you sure are looking mighty fucking white, lady. Next time, I'll bet you're gonna fucking do the color commentary on the next hockey game.
It has been a whirlwind 24 hours.
It's been a whirlwind. Oh, it's been a whirlwind. My life is so difficult. They put dresses on me and I have to fly around the world. Oh, wah. Poor fucking me.
Since we arrived.
What is she laughing at? Did she say something funny? She's funny looking, but it doesn't warrant that kind of laughter. You know what I mean?
Arrived, and I've very quickly gotten the memo that I need to wear more color so I can fit in.
She got the memo. Yeah, of course. Yeah, God forbid she does anything herself. Yeah, there's her handlers, the Soros Incorporated, same ones that tells all the dopes to riot in front of the college campuses, holding up flags that say "Queers for Palestine" on it. Same ones that are giving her the instructions. This is a whole operation going on here, just to make everything suck. All right. And what do you think, guys? Is anybody turned on by this? Does that give anybody any kind of wood at all? No, it doesn't. Yes, old scrunch facer. They really ugly him up too. They take chicks who used to be attractive and they ugly them up. All right, make sure no man gets a boner ever again in their lives.
And with all of you in your incredible fashion, so
the incredible fashion of Nigeria. Half the country's starving. What are you talking about?
I'm very overwhelmed. So I want to start by saying thank you very much for just how gracious you've all been in welcoming my husband and I.
My husband, the cuck, whose name we won't mention. Here's a name who we will mention. He's a frequent guest on here, and we're always glad to have him. Outlaw, what's up, bud?
What's up?
Well, let's make fun of this dippy Outlaw. Does that turn you on? Look at her. What happened here? When they get into the Illuminati top rung, they really and then she's got that royal family stink all around her too. That doesn't help.
Oh God.
She's turned into a hot fucking ghetto mess right here. Right?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, that doesn't.
I think they took her titties away too. I thought she had something there, but they wanted to have no. Again, they want to take away all sexual pleasures away from men. They don't want them to look good. They don't want to have tits. They don't want them to sound good. They want to have a annoying cackly voice like Hillary Clinton, and talk about shit that you're tired of hearing about, like climate change and how not white I am, and the usual horse shit and the bullfuck virus. Let's continue with this high IQ having lady here.
To this country, my country.
My
country, yes.
Her country is Nigeria. She's there. She's been there for 20 minutes, and it's her country. I'm home. I am home with my people. I'm home here in Nigeria where I belong. What the fuck, lady? You're from Canoga Park. That's where they shot all the porn in the 70s. Come on, the fuck out of here. The fuck out. I know where Canoga Park is. It's in the San Fernando Valley, where I grew up. I grew up on the east end of the San Fernando Valley, North Hollywood. It's not that far away. I know exactly where she's from, and that's not a classy area, okay?
Yeah.
When I had done the genealogy and found out about my heritage, the first thing I did, obviously,
my heritage. Again, this was a guilt trip that the globalist cocksuckers started laying out on the white libs, because the white libs are so nervous now because they're being called racist, right, and left just being white. So right. they sent their DNA very stupidly to 23andMe. Now they're in a database, real smart, right? These people. They were so desperate to find out if they had anything else but white, right? Please let it be anything else but European, this and that. And then they start getting these readbacks like, you were 0.0023% sub-Saharan Africans. Like, oh, thank God. They're not going to call me a white supremacist anymore. Yeah, they still are. It doesn't fucking matter. They still are. But this bitch apparently is full-blooded Nigerian now for having sat on a couch in Nigeria for about 15 minutes.
Just call my mom because I wanted to know if she had any awareness of it. And I think
save the tits. Yeah,
being African American, part of it is really not.
Oh, she's African American, guys. Meghan Markle's African American. She ain't white. She's not half white at all. No, she's absolutely positively not a dippy white broad from the fucking valley who went to Canoga Park High. No, that's not her. Nope. She is African American. I'll bet you fucking anything if she walked down Vermont Avenue in South Central and say, first of all, her purse would not be with her anymore. Number one. Number two, ain't nobody in the world is going to be saying, bitch, you ain't no motherfucking African American. You're not even African. barely American at this point. You know, if you're in the royal family as long as she's been, I think American is also stripped away.
Yeah.
Not knowing so much about your lineage, your background, where you come from specifically, and it was
Again, 10 years ago, were anybody lining up to say, I wish I knew I was from, you know what you did? You asked your parents. They would usually tell you, right? Would tell you where their grandparents were from. Okay, they came over on the boat from Ireland or whatever, right? You hear the story. You don't need to jerk off into a Kleenex and send it into 23andMe and then find out you're 0.05 Native American like fucking Pocahontas over there. You know?
exciting for both of us to discover more and understand what that.
Yeah, real professional. Some big fat ass just walk in front of the shot. Great production this is here.
Really means.
Yeah, you're I'm surprised they weren't wrestled to the ground. He walked in front. You dared walk in front of the great Meghan Markle. How dare you?
Never.
God damn, her face is a train wreck. What happened to you? God damn it. She's looking like Prince Charles. You know, she's looking like. I mean, is she gonna be the next Diana? Get sick of her and then fucking crash her into a wall somewhere? Fucking probably.
In a million years would I understand it as much as I do now.
No, I understand what I am now. I'm not a dippy, half white, half something else broad. I'm Nigerian. I'm coming to America.
Well, if you're Nigerian, denounce that royalty you've got and go live in Africa.
Oh no, there's too many flies and mosquitoes and starving people. I just couldn't. There's not enough runway to land my private plane either.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
Being here, right?
Being here. And what has been echoed so much really in the past day by men and women alike is, oh, we weren't surprised when we found out when you were Nigerian.
Yeah, that's what everybody said.
We were.
That's what everybody said, especially in Nigeria. Oh, we knew it all along. You're back in the motherland, lady. Oh, we're so glad to have you here. Bullshit. Nobody fucking said that for a million fucking years.
Meghan, everybody's surprised because you're clearly not black.
Yeah, barely human. She's a lizard. She'll live forever now. She's dumb as a bag of rocks. That is an insult to a bag of rocks. Markle beaver teeth. Emphasis on beaver. Yes. Good Lord. I'm expecting to see the reptile tongue slither out of her mouth any day. Almost gave myself away, didn't I?
Oh no. And
she's so fucking pretentious. They're all so pretentious, but there's people in the world that are still enamored by this whole royal family, royal couple thing, you know what I mean? Because their lives are so fucking empty. They have to live vicariously through fucking assholes like this, you know?
Yep.
With that smirk, that Gavin Newsom fucking smirk on her face, it just makes you want to fucking throw a boot in their fucking face.
say that mostly as a compliment to all of you because what they define as a Nigerian woman is...
Her tits are getting smaller as she does this interview. She's got, what's below an A cup? Like a -1? I mean, what? Holy fuck. Or innies, maybe you call them. Holy fuck.
Brave, resilient, courageous.
Brave, here we go. I look at all these things I am because I am woman. Hear me, where I'm brave. I got out of the TV business and I married into royalty. Yeah, that's called gold digging, you fucking bitch.
Powerful, beautiful.
You are none of these things. You are none of those things. Which one of those are you? Powerful? No. Beautiful? No. Lucky? Yeah. Very fucking lucky. You answered the call. You answered the right casting call. That's one decision you made right. They cast you for this role. This is all this is a role, and you're sticking with it. I'll give her credit for that. She's not breaking character. But other than that, beautiful and all this other horseshit, no, hell no, lady.
Yeah.
And every single moment that I hear anyone so far talk about what it means to be a Nigerian woman, it is the most
Stop it. Nigerian woman. Nigerian woman. You must address me as such now. I am the Nigerian Dutch of Sussex, whatever the fuck it is. Okay, whatever you say, lady. Cunty, yes indeed. Andy, what's up? She traded boobs with biceps. She traded the boobs. I don't think she got the biceps. She did not get the intelligence either. I don't know what happened with those boobs or what she got in return.
Flattering thing.
The Illuminati's not going to kill her this year. That's the return she got. Maybe next year.
To be in that company, to be in your company. So yes, it's been really eye-opening.
Soros is going to have enough of this, and out she goes, and some other dumb bimbo who's kind of out to the TV business will take her place. It's very easy. It's very, very easy, and they can just snap their fingers and make it happen like that.
And humbling to be able to know more about my heritage and to be able to know this is just the beginning of that.
I gotta know my heritage. Outlaw, do you need to know your heritage in order to get through life? I need to know my fucking heritage. I'm tired of being just white and Caucasian. Where? I need to know my heritage. Am I Nigerian? Am I Scandinavian? Where?
Fuck. What the fuck? What fucking happened here? What the fuck happened here? God damn it. Success. What's up, man? Holy fucking shit. African tribal yeah, take me out African tribal style. That's if there's a Tom Likas drop we need right now, that would be the one. Fucking hey. She did hit that wall. I'll tell you, yeah, when they rocket you into the Illuminati, the first thing they do is throw you against a double brick wall. And if you survive it, as Beyonce did, as Rihanna did, and as this chick did, you move on to the next round. Okay, you get to do shit like this, and they whiten your skin. Right, Beyonce? Right, Rihanna? Right, Meghan Markle?
Yep.
And then, while they do that, you get to tell everybody how fucking African you are. I mean, make it make sense, please. This fucking clown world. Holy goddamn shit. Jesus Christ. Oh, Meghan Markle. Oh, she what else has she got here? She's gonna belch out two more words here.
We're gonna have to give her a Nigerian name, right?
No. Oh yes, let's give her a Nigerian name. What would be her Nigerian name? Any suggestions, folks?
Yeah.
Princess Blue.
Put some neck rings on that B.
Princess Blowjob. I don't know. What the fuck you call
her name is Princess Click Tongue.
Yep. Yeah, like Starvin' Marvin. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Meghan Markle. Put some neck rings on her, stretch her neck out.
Yes.
You don't need help in that department, clearly.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great time for her. Look at her. Ah, she's so happy. She's really happy that game-o husband isn't sitting there with her. With how he always sits. He always looks really happy when they're together, right? Fucking with his arms crossed and his crotch crossed, and he's always staring into space and shit. Fucking, he does not want to. But hey, you know what? Fuck him. It's he's part of it. He's part of the whole thing, you know. And then he's out there talking about all those royal family cocksuckers are all whining, telling you about climate change. Like, oh, you are the last person in the world to be talking about fucking climate change. You fucking ugly broad. All right. Rumor has it she's not getting it good from the prince. You think? Really? You think those kids are really theirs? They have a whole basket full of babies. If they need them for a photo op, they'll just yank one out of the basket, take pictures with it, put it back in the basket. Okay. If they need a blacker one for the next photo, which they'll probably get because she's Nigerian now, they've got that. They've got that covered. Don't you worry. They have a whole room full of them. There's a whole underworld nobody fucking even knows about. Well, there you go. That's one goofball. Let's throw that out there. Now, if anybody saw my, on Monday I do 2 videos for Rumble, and the second one was about a complainer. We have a lot of complainers about Mother's Day, you know, because it's mostly, you know, transgenders. They feel left out because nobody's calling them mother. Well, there was a chick with one of those chicks with a lot of piercings and shit. Let me throw that one on. That's a good one to laugh at here.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Where was that crazy broad? There it is.
I don't doubt that happened.
So here's another one.
And here.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I can't. Why do you suppose nobody this is not happy with Mother's Day, or happy ever in its life?
My God, here we go.
Probably because it looks like that, right? And who made it look like that? Remember the Disney Creeper video I did where he panned over it and you got to see his mother for about 2 seconds? Like, yeah, I see what the cause is here. We don't see the mother here. The mother had the decency not to be seen with Junior. Let's see. You can't really tell here, but there's about 7 nose piercings going on. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh
So
my God.
you got 7 nose piercings. You got a couple in the ears, and probably a couple on the nipples, and somewhere down there, whether it's on the balls or whatever's going on there, something's going on. So anyway, I'm sure this person has its head together.
Yeah.
And like, don't you just want to take that hat off and just frisbee it across the street? Yeah, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here, because you know what sucks? It was recently Mother's Day.
Yes, it was, and that gives you yet another holiday for fucking weirdos to complain about. You know, whether it's July 4th, whether it's Columbus Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, they complain about every fucking holiday that white people might enjoy, right? Or Americans especially. Speaking of white Americans, hey, Polska Bob is here. Get out of my room! Polska Bob, I tell you have an opportunity to take a picture of my hotel room, and you can use that as your backdrop, and I can tell you, get out of my room! If you want it, let me know. I'll step away for a second. Outlaw's got it. A few people have got it. So I'm giving you a freebie. Giving you a freebie, Bob. Just saying.
Go ahead and put that up. Yeah.
And I don't have my green screen, so I can't put nothing behind me. It looks like shit. So
Oh shit. Yeah,
I will be on the road for another couple of weeks, and then finally, toward the end of the month, I'll finally be home and back to normal and back to the usual format that we like so much. So there we go. But Bob is happy with Mother's Day. Big paycheck. Still haven't spent my tips at the bar. Oh, you will, Bob. Don't worry. You will. Good job. That's good. All right. Now, Bob doesn't want it. He'd rather tell people to get out of his room, not the other way around. Okay. There is an order to the. He has a method to his madness. This Bob. Okay. Let's continue with Mr. It Thang here. Come on.
And my mother is one of the sweetest, kindest, and most supportive and accepting people I have ever met and I've ever known.
Yet he did not bother to go visit her on Mother's Day, and it will tell you the reason why. And it makes so much sense. Yes, it's so reasonable and well thought out, as many of these people are capable of doing. Right?
Oh, I gotta hear this.
And I love her greatly.
But
as I've become an adult, she and I have become closer than ever because of some shared experiences in life.
So she's a tranny nut job too. That's some family. Well, what other shared experiences are there? What? You're a chip off the old block, son.
But I live in Texas.
Oh.
Now I live in a very liberal and accepting part of Texas.
A very liberal, like it needed to say how liberal, right? We know what he's talking about. He's talking about Austin, Texas, right? Where else would it fucking be?
And I'm very lucky to do so.
Very lucky to do so. It would never occur to me to move anywhere else that might be even more accepting, like San Francisco or something. The reason it won't move to San Francisco is because it will find out very fucking quickly that it cannot afford San Francisco. Not by a long shot.
Where I grew up, where my mom lives, is nothing like that. So, guess who did not get to go home and visit their mother
Oh,
for
cool.
Mother's
Success is found me on Rumble, too. Nice.
Me. I had to settle for calling her.
Oh, do not.
Well, she had to. So it's not like her mom told her to stay home. She didn't feel safe going into a red county. Was this a problem before, or before the social media poison started seeping into its brain? What was stopping it? What was stopping it from going to visit mom? By the way, you motherfuckers didn't have any problem stopping us during the bullfuck virus from going and visiting mom or anybody, right? You got to stay home. You got to stay home. We don't care if your family's, somebody in your family's dying and you'll never get to see him again. You got to stay home and keep us safe. Yeah, where were you fuckers during all of that, right? But now, where it's not safe for me to travel outside of the blue city to visit mom because they might not accept me because they're a bunch of Trumpers and MAGA this and that and the other. It's all in their fucking head. These people are so fucking easily programmed. It's sad. They are preventing themselves from seeing their family. Nobody else is. We don't give a shit.
I was just fixing to say, please don't tell me that he refused to come home because of the people's way of voting around that town. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I think this is. I mean, I'm willing to bet. Usually, when they go on about things like this, it never happened. They made it up, right? Bob probably disowned this piece of shit a long time ago. It just wants to let you know that it's on the blue side. Vote blue no matter who, and it's going to denounce the rest of Texas and Republicans because it's the thing, you know. And for some reason, they still think they're anti-establishment by being very pro-establishment. That's how backwards everything is now.
Now, we talked for a good hour.
Where is her mask? That's a good question.
Caught up.
Probably.
But this sucks.
Well, it's difficult for her to wear a mask because it probably got caught in those piercings on her fucking lip. It probably got ripped. You know what I mean? So oh, the hell with this.
That I don't feel safe going back to visit my mom.
I don't feel safe. Why do so many people not feel safe all the time? What is this shit?
Well, what's the... I mean... Who's going to know that you're coming home if you surprise her?
No, apparently all the MAGAs are all going to line up on the street as soon as she walks into the next county. Like, we got you now, boy. You know, that's what's because her mind has been fed by so long by media horse shit that it's just seeped in there, and she won't give it a second thought. It looks like this first of all, and which is already keeping it from being employed most likely. But again, she thinks that she's got such a narcissist that she thinks anybody really gives a shit that she goes somewhere and visits her relatives. No, nobody cares. Just do it. We don't care.
I mean,
just do it and leave us and just leave everybody alone. Like did you want everybody to leave you alone? No, it's not. It's beyond that now. Now we need parades. We need special days, special months, right? Special events at the White House, all kinds of shit now. It's long past leave us alone. No, leave us alone, for fuck's sake.
I mean,
no matter how much I feel like I pass or do not pass.
Okay. Again, given way too much thought into what people may think. If I pass or do not pass, who cares? Just go. Stop being a puss. You already did all this shit to your face and everything. I mean, you can't. You're afraid to go to the next county where Mima is. Are you out of your fucking mind? Yes, of course. Yes, she is. But they're trapped in the prison that they create for themselves. Nobody else is doing this to them. But anything to be a victim, anything to feed the victim industry, these people are quick to jump on board.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, show me the long list of Trump supporters who's automatically going to know you're going to show up and want to attack you.
I could give a shit what anybody does. Don't tell me about it. I don't care. Don't fucking tell me. Especially a fucking total stranger, who looks like that. Is like keep the furthest away from me as you can. Forget the next county. I don't care if you're in 5 states over. That's a good start.
I mean,
at least the next time zone over.
Maybe you just do a piss poor job of trying to look like a tranny, but I'm pretty sure people are going to look at you and be like, who is this kid?
Yeah, it's like clearly you didn't have a good relationship with your mom because you look and sound like that. Okay, that's number one. She probably disowned you. Probably not in the will. Probably has nothing to do with it.
By the way, what's stopping you from inviting your mom to your place?
Because she won't come. She knows God. She knows, but she's trying to portray herself as a victim because that's what's in now, and we're all victims. Everybody's a victim except straight white males. Everybody else is a victim. Everybody else is a victim. And if you're a straight white male and you find out you're 0.04% sub-Saharan African, then you're a victim. There you go. That's how it works.
I mean, at some point, you got to stop, coddling these people. You got to stop giving them.
Well, unfortunately, the reason this is going on is the same reason Meghan Markle, etc., is going on. The same globalist cocksuckers, more divide and conquer. They get an army of weirdos like that marching around. Wah, wah, wah. Feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for me, and then call everybody a homophobe and a transphobe. Anybody who'll listen to it. The rest of us are just going to laugh and point and throw that hat like a frisbee. And we don't give a fuck where you're going or what you're calling yourself or what gender you think you are. You're still a weirdo. You're always going to be a weirdo. And Johnny Wishbone, she made me a coffee at Starbucks. Green hair was in my cup. Well, any guess of where that green hair might have come from? $5 for the right answer. There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's apples and oranges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're dealing with it. We've got an increasing generation of this running around, and they're getting a little long in the tooth. You know, you're getting 35, 40-year-old people looking like this, screaming "Wah! I'm a victim, wah!" And then when Soros Incorporated instructs them to, they put on masks and they carry Palestinian flags down the freeway. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whenever they're needed, they come a running because they have no other skills. Zero.
Yep.
Short-staffed. I think this thing also might be short-staffed. Giggity.
I think this
better question is, why are you at Starbucks? That is a good question. Why are you at Starbucks? Wishbone? Unless it's 5 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing else around.
I would say this thing is short-circuiting, or brain short-circuiting.
It was 1983, and Eddie Murphy would stand in front of 20,000 people watching. Oh yeah, by the way, I had that cassette tape. That was from his first special that he taped was in 1982, and he was doing that bit. The name of the bit was called "Faggot," and he said, "Are there any homosexuals in the crowd? Anybody? Is there a faggot in the crowd? No? Good. Let's talk about them." Although you always had to wonder too when he did those shows with the leather pants and the shirt unbuttoned. You kind of fucking wondered, it's like you might know a little something about the source material. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Rick James did set him up with a tranny on Santa Monica Boulevard. I mean, come on, Rick just 5 fingers and 2 balls and a cock to the face. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Yeah. We didn't forget, Eddie. We didn't forget. Feminist CEOs, yeah. Unfortunately, many of the CEOs of the companies that went woke are, of course, feminists, because that's how you destroy something from within. You put in intentionally corrupt and incompetent people to destroy businesses, destroy corporations, destroy livelihoods, and all incorporate all the woke nonsense that everybody's sick and fucking tired of.
Yep. Yes, we are.
And if you remember this earlier, there was another, the other Mother's Day complainer, and it's another one of these fine folks right here. Just as a recap, because why not? So now I could download a lot of the libs of TikTok stuff, and they run a lot better if I download them. Oh yeah, the Disney guy I also have. If anybody missed the Disney guy, I've got the Disney guy. Should we put the Disney guy on? You remember the Disney guy? Sure, let's put the fucking Disney guy on. As long as we're going, into the weirdo basement here. Here's a great one.
That's a good man from Disney. Last summer.
Okay. So if you remember this video, I said always watch for grown men that go to Disneyland by themselves. Okay, like there's 3 types of men that go to Disneyland. You got the fathers who are mostly dragged there by their family, but they got to do it, especially if they have daughters. Then you got the ones who take dates there, and it's a very expensive date, and you're probably not going to get laid anyway. And then you got this guy. Then you got guys like this. Guys, you probably should be on a watch list of some sort. But this is perfectly okay to be dressed up, be 35, 40 years old, looking like a cross between Howard Stern and David Letterman in the 90s, and doing all kinds of visual references to cock and balls. In one of the theme restaurants where plenty of families are just trying to eat one of those $25 hamburgers they fucking got there. All right, there we go.
I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately,
yeah. So basically, he's saying he hasn't had the operation yet, but he wants to. If that government grant would just fucking kick in already. Hypertension will kill you. That's what I'm waiting for. Let me have my fun, please. Thank you. The tards of TikTok, yes. Of course, you couldn't have a channel like that, or you might be able to have it now, but pre-Elon Musk, probably not.
Why?
But anyway,
you dress like this.
Yeah, and don't you love the? He's got the Disney T-shirt with Mickey Mouse holding a heart rainbow. Yeah, terrific. Really hammering the point home, aren't we? Like we didn't know.
A few weeks ago, I noticed
Who's taking dates to Disneyland? Guys that don't want to get laid. That's it. By the way, I was one of those guys in my 20s. Hard lesson learned.
Some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand. That's bad because the outside of the wand is what becomes the inside of the tunnel. So you don't want hair growing there, or else it's very uncomfortable. So
you don't want hair growing where something used to be. God forbid.
That literally looks like a chocolate dildo, and I bet he's thinking about it.
He's got plenty of those back at. Now that you can't display on YouTube, but talking about shit like this is perfectly fine. What's worse, the single guys at Disneyland that stopped to compliment my kid. Oh boy, well, you tell Joe Biden to mind his own fucking business. God damn.
Not a her outlaw? Are you talking about this guy or the last
He said
person?
that it would be best to postpone the procedure until after hair removal is complete. This is obviously disappointing because I was really excited to have a marshmallow tunnel sooner. That being said, it is still
this person
happening,
right
which
here
is not-
talking, this is a guy, clearly.
It's a guy, yes. He might have been referring to the last one. Yeah. Isn't that adorable? That the little mouse, the pink mouse ear thing. Where at what point in your life does it get this bad? You know what I mean? I mean, he might have always been a fruity kid, but again, we're talking about a 30, 35-year-old man here. At what point does it just veer out of control? We will see the mother of this thing in just a second, too, so we can lay some blame to where it belongs. Yeah, but again, this is a grown man. You'll go to a place where lots of kids tend to be and pay a lot of money for it, too. It's almost like a whorehouse to him.
Sure when it's happening. Hair removal is a fickle thing, and it's really hard to predict when it will finish. But my hair removal technician thinks it will be before the end of the year. So, fingers crossed.
He has a hair removal technician.
Where are you? No, never mind. I'm not.
Where do you find that? Where in the yellow pages do you find a hair removal technician?
Well, I was going to say, what hair is he talking about, but I don't want to know.
I think we know exactly what hair he's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Christ.
What's up? My mom's here, by the way.
There she is. There's the
Oh,
reason.
I bet she's proud of you.
Barbara Ferrer, everybody. There she is. After she tells you to put masks on.
That's my son in the Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah, she looks like an old hippie who just stopped giving a fuck a long time ago. He was like, oh, he's just going to do what he wants. I'm so proud of him. He's expressing himself. Yeah, how much money does he spend at Disneyland every week? That's what I'd like to know. He's here every single day. He has a season pass. He's always buying the kids mouse ears and all kinds of treats. And I keep telling him, honey, you have to get a job first. He said, that's okay. The government is paying me.
Guys, I remember the first time I walked in on my
The
son.
marshmallow tunnel.
He was 7 years old, 7 or 8, and he was trying to play with my dildos, and I was like, fun.
Yes.
That's not what that's for.
It's like high time you got your own, son.
And then I walked in on him when he first turned 13, and he was trying to stick himself in his asshole. And
It's like, listen, Jeremy, I'm just trying to sit in my recliner and smoke weed. You just do whatever the fuck. I'm done. I'm done. See you.
he got a little poo-poo on my dildo, and I had to whip his ass, but...
Yeah, I got tired of washing those stains out of his panties.
Oh, God. Fucking Christ, dude. I need to start drinking. I really need to start drinking.
I highly recommend it. It's probably better you start earlier than if you haven't done it yet, but I like 12 years old. That's a good time to start. That's me how I know.
Yeah.
You know, the later you start, the worse it's going to be because you're not going to have a high tolerance, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Disney needs to die like it's been jabbed. Most of it has been, and some of them have.
Yes, it does.
One of my friend's kids came over to borrow some camera gear. She is now taller than me and has facial hair. I refuse to call her they. Yeah, don't buy into the pronoun bullshit, please. That's exactly what they want. Whenever they insist with the they them horseshit, say, hey, fuck you. You're fucking up the English language. Okay, cut it out, you asshole. Cut it out. Ain't fucking happening. Let's see. Where was the other one I had? Good. It's a little preview or a little review of the week's nonsense here. There was one more. There was the other Mother's Day complainer I had in the file. What do we call that one? Mother's Day. Oh, there it is. Mother's Day. So it's very simply just Mother's Day. Okay. Here's another one that has a big problem with Mother's Day. And we shall see why in just a second. Now this one took a little more effort into it. It got the facelift, got a lot more work done. Still a man, still not a convincing woman, but at least spent a little more of our tax dollars to go somewhere with this. But it has a big problem with Mother's Day because...
For me, because it's the first Mother's Day that I am celebrating since coming out as trans and starting HRT.
It's the first Mother's Day since coming out as trans. And, they never explained why exactly. The whole thing was, to my understanding, the reason that they switched genders is because they were so unhappy, right?
Yeah.
They didn't want to be a boy. They were picked on. They were teased. They got shit from their relatives, whatever it is. And of course, the real reason is, they have a feminist mom who didn't want to have a boy. That's usually what the fucking real reason is, but you're not going to be told that. But the ones who decide later to do it, like this one here, said, okay, I'm not happy. Bukkake glasses, yep, there they go. Always there.
Yep, there they go.
I'm not happy as a male. I can't accomplish anything as a male. Meanwhile, where's all the feminists who say, well, the patriarchy, where, we have it so hard as women, where? Yeah, then why do so many men want to become fucking women? All right? If it's so bad. So, however old this thing is, I'm guessing early 30s or so. Decided to get this thing now. Now, keep in mind, this already has an 8-year-old daughter. Now, I don't know if this is the actual father of this daughter or it's adopted or what the deal is, but that's kind of the punchline here where the daughter comes into play. You don't see it, but something that it says really puts all this into perspective. By the way, those the things it's got in the corner. Trans women are women. Bullshit. Okay? Fucking shit.
You're not.
It's kind of special. At first, the Sunday morning, they gave all the moms
church.
What God do you worship?
Why was that at church? What is the point? What is the point? You're going to be let into heaven as a transgender? I don't think that's how it works.
What God are you worshiping? Because the God of the Bible does not condone your lifestyle.
I went to church. Did you go to confessional after? That would have been a fun time, wouldn't it?
Carnations and
I got something stuck in my bum again.
Letters saying Happy Mother's Day, and I was
5 Hail Marys. I'll slip right out.
I took a piece of my intestines and turned it into a vagina pussy hole.
I took it home and showed my daughter, and who is 8, and she said, "But you're not a mom."
Oh.
The 8-year-old daughter said, "You are not a mom." Kids know. Kids can sniff out bullshit. When their heads aren't filled with your bullshit, they can sniff out the bullshit immediately. The daughter flat out said, "You're not a mom. The fuck are you doing?"
Go ahead. Tell us how you want to fight an 8-year-old.
And who is 8, and she said, "But you're not a mom." I said, "Well, yes, I am." And she said, "No, you're not."
And now it is arguing with the daughter. The daughter who is right. This is wrong.
Yeah,
it's now arguing like the child. This is now behaving as the child, arguing with the daughter who is absolutely correct.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us how you want to punch an 8-year-old child out. Go ahead, tell us. Because it's on your face, sir.
I'll tell you what, I do not want him putting anything in the corner. Not that guy.
You.
And the reason she said that is because my wife.
Because she's right.
Doesn't allow her to call me mom.
Okay, now there's another funny statement. Her wife, her wife, does not allow the daughter to call him mom. Now, is the wife the actual mother? There's so much confusion with this shit because this fucking thing here. You could just make it as a man. So that was too difficult.
Basically, the 8-year-old daughter has a father that decided to cut his dick and balls off and play dress up while trying to have a family at the same time. You realize you're fucking that daughter's brain pan. Well, it don't sound like
or this kid is adopted, or we have another gay couple that adopted a kid, and the kid certainly is wise to all of this. Okay, and now my wife won't allow my daughter to call my wife, who probably was not on board with this. Does not allow the daughter to call this motherfucker a mother.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Both of them are smart. You're the one that's not.
That 8-year-old is gonna end up hating this idiot. Already does. Already fucking does.
Not like the 8-year-old's already smart.
Imagine the conversation at school at the lunch table, right? Fucking, my mom, dad is a fucking Fruit Loop. Mom, as your daughter, I noticed you have a big thick cock.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell
Get
us
out
how
of the
much the 8-year-old enrages your immature brain.
Get out of the shower, Mom. Please.
Go ahead.
Have you seen churches lately? No, I actually have not. I know I'm not missing nothing either. Let's see. Men have become women because they're a pussy, so they cut their balls. Yeah, I know. It's again. This is a sickness. This is again more globalist craziness. They are having fun with the mentally ill. Okay, is what they're doing, and then making everybody walk on eggshells and put these fuckers on a pedestal, and then have to have all kinds of special parades and special days in the month and fucking months in a year dedicated to this fucking weirdness. Don't forget June is Pride fucking month, in addition to all the other Pride shit they do all year. So you're gonna have a bunch of this marching around. Wah, poor me, poor me, and they're adding more and more colors to that stupid flag, and already it's getting fucking tiring. But you see the kids are onto this. The kids, you're not gonna fool the kids as long as the kids haven't been poisoned by TikTok and mainstream media thinking this is the thing. This is before they could get into the kid's brain, and the kid said, "No, you're a fucking man. Everybody knows you're a fucking man. Shut the fuck up, Dad."
I'm known as parent.
Parent.
Not dad, not mom, just parent, which seems
parent. Hey, parent. Right. Okay. Like resident when you get junk mail, right? Parent. Is the man of the house there? No answer.
Kind of. Makes me sad. I wish she would call me mom, but she doesn't.
And notice he's throwing the kid under the bus now. It's like, how dare she not acknowledge me as mom? How dare she not accept my mental illness? No, she doesn't.
You're trying
to fuck that kid's brain, and the kid doesn't want it. The kid does not want this. You didn't ask the kid if she was on board. You know,
sir, with fake tits and a cut off dick and balls. You have raised your daughter for 8 years to see you as a man. Now all of a sudden you want her to see you as a woman?
Correct.
Are you sure it's not you who's mentally unstable here? It just want to.
Much like Principal Skinner said, no, it's the children that are wrong. Right?
No.
And by the way, notice how this thing has bigger tits than Meghan Markle. Also a sad state of affairs.
That is very, very awful. Yeah,
it is.
So I said to her, well...
Almost makes me wonder if Meghan Markle got the operation. I'm starting to wonder all what's going on here.
I'm a mom, whether you acknowledge that or not.
No, you're not.
She's still scolding the daughter. This is what she's telling the daughter. I'm a mom, whether you like it or not. No, that's not how this works, sir. Okay? Your kid is smarter than you. That's the fucking problem. And you will not admit it. You are stubborn, as many of these people are once they go through this shit. They believe their own bullshit so much that they shut out reality completely, including their own kid who's trying to tell them, dude, what the fuck, you know?
You're not going to change these people's opinion. You are not a mom.
All right, Stevie D, have a good night, man. And I got to crash soon myself, but not before we make fun of some weirdos. We got to get that out of the way, of course.
Oh,
I'm still a mom. And to all of those who are going through a similar situation,
yeah, there's about 5 people in the world. You are not a large percentage of the population. Thank fucking God.
I see you. You are valid. If you are trans female, and
no,
have
you're
kids,
not valid.
You're a mom.
No, you're not.
You're no less a mom than anyone else. Okay, so insist upon your identity.
Insist, even if you know your own kid is right. Tell her she's wrong and you're right. Always. Mom is always right, even though it's not really mom. Oh, fucking sad.
You can lie to yourself, sir, all you want to, but you yourself know deep down you're lying to yourself, calling yourself a woman. That's why you're struggling so hard, because you're fighting your own self. You're fighting your own conscience. You know you're not a woman.
By the way, don't say deep down, please. Thank you.
Well,
If you are a mom, you are valid.
We don't want to know
That
how
is who
deep.
you are.
Yeah.
And I hope things change for me. But right now, that's just where my family is.
Gary, have a good night.
So,
it's not, and in a fucked up, twisted way, you don't want it to change, because then you get to have an excuse of, I'm a victim.
Yep, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, in a fucked up way, they don't want it to change. This guy loves the fact that this is a problem right now.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I got one more player in here who I didn't scroll down to see who's actually sitting in the bullpen. Sean St. George, what's up, buddy?
Oh, what's up, brother?
I just got to the private comments. Oh shit! I got to scroll. Again, this is a small laptop, so not everything's on the screen at the same time. I got to scroll and look.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Oh,
an actual mother requires a genetic profile with XX chromosomes.
Right.
That's really all that has to be said about it.
I imagine, and pardon the expression, imagine the balls on this thing to know that it has a daughter. Again, whether adopted or not, we don't know. But the daughters come around and say, "You're a fucking man. Stop. You're not a mom. Stop doing this. You fucking lunatic." But no, you're wrong. You are wrong.
See, imagine how confused that child is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
See, these types of people, they fight so hard for people to accept them, especially this guy's child right now, because he's trying to convince himself of what he's fighting within himself to.
Right.
To
Again, they believe their own bullshit so completely. Yeah. They've shut out the outside world, and they will not at all listen to any kind of reason or common sense. They threw it out the window a long time ago.
He needs to hear his 8-year-old daughter tell him that he's a woman.
I would love the 8-year-old daughter to make a presentation at school, maybe the next graduation ceremony, and talk about my dad Bob scolded me for calling it dad when I wanted to be mom, and my dad mom is a fucking weirdo, and I'm embarrassed by dad mom.
Hell, I would be great. Too. If I was an 8-year-old kid, I'd be embarrassed by this guy too. My fucking dad dressing like a woman.
And they have another 10 years to live with this person.
Yeah, I mean, unless foster care takes it away.
That foster care or emancipation.
Or foster care may have put him into this situation. I'm not sure which. By the way, Bacon, that's funny you mentioned In-N-Out. I ran to In-N-Out before coming in here to start this, so that's what a coincidence. Yeah, we got out of work so fucking late, and I thought, I'm starving. There's an In-N-Out a couple of miles from here, so I thought, all right, I'll zip down there. Line wasn't too long tonight. It was actually, got out of there in about 10 minutes. Not bad.
Oh, by the way, how is your trip?
It's going. I've got another 2 weeks up here, and then I'm finally done with this job. It's a huge production, so I'm up here. So again, we'll have to deal with the guerrilla style video for a while, and then we go back to normal in a couple of weeks or so after the Memorial Day holiday.
Is it? Are you able to mention anything about it?
No, I can't.
Or are you under tight
can't say a goddamn thing about it. It's a huge production.
Oh.
Huge ass production. Probably one of the biggest things I've ever worked on. It's fucking ginormous. One cool thing I did get to do yesterday is go up to San Francisco, go to the Giants-Dodgers game. So, well, the Dodgers are in town. If I can get out to see, they're up here for the next 3 days. Yesterday was the one day we actually got out at a decent hour. Today was not. Yesterday I got a ticket at the last minute, and I drove up to San Francisco, which is about 45 minutes from here, and went to that game. It was cool.
Well, when you're able to, let us know what it was that you were working with, so we can.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll probably need to be a couple of months after we wrap it. So once it starts appearing where it's supposed to appear, then I can.
All right. Okay. Yeah, when you're, is it your gag order or a non-disclosure or both?
Both.
Okay.
Yep. And our phones are taped and all that fucking nonsense. So yeah.
Oh,
you have to wear different colored wristbands depending where you are on the set. You know, it's a whole fucking deal. It's crazy.
Dude, it almost sounds like you're working in the CIA.
Kinda. I don't think the CIA has this much security, quite frankly.
No, I mean, y'all know how much.
Not exactly.
You know how much people hate to have their movies and stuff spoiled. How much backlash that would cause if you mess up the herd.
Yeah, Vincent Van Gogh, fuck yourself. That is a great name.
Oh,
well, yeah, he's one of our buddies.
Oh, nice. I'm glad you're here. Hit that like and sub it. That would appreciate. Oracle Park. I got to tell you something. Oracle Park is nice. I like Petco Park in San Diego better when it comes to road baseball stadiums. Petco Park's a nicer park. Oracle's good. I like the that's by the waterfront and everything. It gets really cold at night there. The fog starts rolling in, and if you're not bundled up, you're going to be shivering. And I got to tell you something too. It is San Francisco. It is probably the ugliest crowd I've ever seen in baseball. You're not going to see a lot of hot chicks at the San Francisco. You're going to see a lot of lesbians with a lot of obnoxious kids, many of whom were sitting in front of me. So that's what you're going to see a lot of that there. You're not going to see a lot of cute broads there. Dodger Stadium, you will. You have a lot of cute Latinas at those.
I'm telling you,
Giant Stadium is not a cute crowd. I'll tell you what.
I'm telling you, man. I ever get the money, I'm going out there to see where all the spots and stuff's at out there in Cali.
Yep.
You could probably get lost in Cali with.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. Yeah. Well, California's a huge state. Like, I'm in northern now. I live in southern. It's practically two states. As a matter of fact, they've been trying to divide it into two states for many times on many different ballots, and it always failed. But it's a giant fucking place. I mean, it's southern and northern are completely different from each other.
Kind of like what they did with North and South Dakota and North and South Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, I think
North and South California.
I forget when the Carolinas split. I know West Virginia. That was a Civil War split. Dakotas, I don't remember when or why.
Huge ass. Somebody check the bedroom for a huge ass.
I'm huge ass.
Oh, California's landmass is huge compared to.
Yeah, it's the third. I think it's the third biggest state in size, right? Next to Texas and Alaska.
Next to Texas and Alaska.
Maybe Montana. Montana might be. Maybe Montana. I'm not sure.
No, okay. New York looks exaggerated on maps, but yeah, Montana would be another one of the huge land masses, along with Wyoming, Colorado. But they got to be pretty close when it comes to square mileage. And of course, they're actually all squares.
Yeah.
I would love to know who come up with the borderlines for y'all state. Like, California's got one straight line going up right there where Nevada divides, and then it just goes straight up from there like at a 90-degree
angle. Doesn't it go back to the Mexican-American War when we acquired California? Because I don't think we had Washington and Oregon yet.
I'd love to know who designed California's borders. That's just like a straight line all the way across.
We don't have any anymore. Those disappeared a long time ago, especially the southern one. Yeah,
all of California. I know people from the East Coast. I went out to California.
Okay, there's a lot of California. Was it L.A.? Was it San Francisco? Was it San Diego? Was it fucking Death Valley? Was it Palm Springs? There's a lot of fucking California.
Yeah, you and Bacon have had to force me to rethink my positions about California because all of California is represented by Los Angeles, San Francisco.
No, it's represented by Sacramento politicians. Many of whom come from San Francisco, by the way. Gavin Newsom and company are all San Francisco libs. You know what I mean?
But another one where you look at the county maps, there are a few blue spots, but they're all the big cities.
The people that run the shit are blue. Most of the state is red. Okay, and the rest of us just are sick of the nonsense.
Yeah, but red territory is we like a mile distance between our neighbors.
Yeah.
And of course, they'll never tell
I'm
you
assuming
that
anyways.
on the news. Same with Alabama. I mean, Birmingham and Montgomery and Huntsville are the main blue places here. Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Talladega, but you know the rest of the state's bright red. Everybody here believes in hunting and guns and shit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, most people know their facts about other states based on what they see on social media or the media, which 99% of it's wrong. Okay, just ask somebody who lives in those fucking places; they'll tell you the real deal.
I was fixing to say I'd rather hear from people who actually live there.
Yeah, I've lived in Southern California all my life. I can tell you all about it, and I've been up to Northern California many fucking times. So
same
I know this area well.
Yep.
Yes, same with Alaska. I'd rather hear from Sean about Alaska than some jackass on the internet.
I've been to New York City enough times to tell you how much it sucks. Fucking hate New York City. I fucking cannot stand that fucking place.
I went to New York City was, I think, 2009 or 2010. I had leave to burn, to use or lose, and money in the bank account, and like, wouldn't it be fun to go to New York City? And all I did is hang out in Brooklyn and ate at really good restaurants. I walk out of my hotel and there is bodegas, cafes, great food, great people. The people there weren't the assholes I thought they were.
Yeah. Yeah, you always get a false perception, based on...
This is almost 15 years ago, though.
Well, that's good to know. That restores my faith in the state because there's a lot of places in Cali I would like to visit.
Yeah. Again, if you don't let the bullshit bother you, like I said, I've lived in Southern California for all my life, which is 53 years. If you don't let the bullshit bother you, if you don't let it get to you, I mean, the worst thing about it, everything's expensive. I mean, everything's expensive everywhere because, Let's Go branded and gang have fucked everything up. But everything's always been too expensive in California. The gas taxes are insane. We do have liberal retards that run the state and have crept into the other cities where they didn't used to be, like San Diego. San Diego used to be a red city. It's sort of most of Orange County.
Well,
unfortunately, that's not the case anymore.
It's just like Alabama. I mean, everybody gives this state a bad rep for all of us being racist, inbred cousin folks.
Let me tell you something. Again, that's more people you should not ever listen to because the people that are loudest to say somebody's racist are the racist every fucking time. You know what I mean? They're always hiding something. They're always projecting.
The people who talk about race are more likely to be the real racists.
Yeah, guilty white libs are the most racist fucking people, but they like to hide behind this fucking virtue signaling shit that they do.
Because watch what happens.
Rules for thee and not for me.
Those different colored people start moving in their neighborhood.
Yeah, like I guarantee you, all the ones that put Black Lives Matter shit in their profiles, everything. If they were walking down the sidewalk and five brothers were walking toward them, they would dash across the fucking street. Goddamn well.
I'll be like that one. Was it that one bitch from about 6-7 years ago? Is like, oh hey, there are black people here calling the cops.
Oh yeah.
I forget her name, but she was like meme worthy for a while.
To the rest of the country who watches CNN and NBC and Fox News,
if you're still watching that shit, then you've got no hope as it is. If you're still watching that crap, there's no hope for you. Stop watching that shit. Turn off the fucking news.
Propaganda network.
We're all here.
PLBS, propaganda, lies, and bullshit.
All of us here in Bama apparently are a bunch of trailer park, square body Chevrolet driving Camaro.
Hey, you know what? And by the way, all these people look at the people that are always quick to accuse you of that stuff. Fucking, elitist liberal cocksuckers. Would you care about what these people like that think about you? Fuck no. It makes you want to be a trailer trash gun toting motherfucker. That's.
Oh yeah.
You know what's funny?
If people like doing that, fucking fine. Who cares? Not bothering nobody.
What's funny?
It's better than getting online and fucking announcing to the world that you're how many genders you are and you're non-binary and I told my daughter that I'm a woman. She said, "No, you're a fucking dude." No. See, that's going on.
It's funny because I saw more Alabama stereotypes when I was stationed in Georgia.
Oh yeah.
I saw far more of that happen in Georgia than I did.
A lot of this shit comes from college football rivalry more than anything else,
Yeah, I did go to Alabama a little bit for a military school, but Alabama was nice. But we were near Huntsville.
Yeah, you're in.
So I don't know if that skews my view or not, but no, I saw far more. There was a dude. It was a military guy. He had a house. I don't know how he got a house or BH to go out there, but there's a noose hanging off of his tree, and I was going to his house party, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into? What the fuck did you guys just fucking bring me into? And yeah, he was full-blown fucking racist, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have a car, I'm a passenger on this trip.
So this time it wasn't a garage pull like with
oh no, dude, it had 7 loops and everything. Well, and I asked him, like, why do you have that out there? That's pretty.
We should call CNN. How happy they'd be happy as pigs of shit to hear that story. A noose! We found one. We found the real noose. Oh my god! Where?
Yeah. This is 20 years ago. I'm a buck private, like 18, 19 years old, and I'm watching it. Like, I never saw this shit in Alaska, which is why I wanted to raise my kid who's half black here, because we didn't have this kind of shit here. But we're starting to get BLM and things like that happening in our area. It's small, but the fact that they're there is the problem.
I mean, the globalists have spread out, and they've enlisted the help of all the local meth heads and drug addicts to help march for these dumb causes that they're pushing on everybody.
Yep.
The majority of people don't believe in any of this crap. This is all manufactured horse shit. And drug
you
addicts and bums have nothing better to do. You know,
you, Sean, were in the more richer part of the state where like most of the jobs and stuff are at. Alabama is basically highway, woods, back roads, dirt, small towns.
I mean, if you're made, people that complain about are New Yorkers, you're already doing it right, because if you're pissing off New Yorkers are the most elitist bunch of scumbags there are, because they think New York is the center of the universe and fucking it's the best city in the world. No, it's not, and no, it's not. Okay, it fucking sucks. It sucks.
Until you get to Birmingham or Talladega or Tuscaloosa, most of this down here is just woods, water, dirt tracks, dirt roads, trailer parks. They do get that right. I mean, but
Antifa and meth heads, that's the same thing pretty much. You can't have Antifa without meth heads. It's a bunch of unemployable fucking meth heads. They have nothing else to do.
You've got your drug heads and all over the country, though. I mean, they're here too. They're all over the damn country.
Yeah.
Talladega is racing country, NASCAR country, obviously. It's like the only thing it's known for.
Speaking of, the meth heads, that's by deliberate design by other foreign powers. They want to destabilize the U.S.
Yeah.
And what's one great way to do that? Give them the supply to embrace the debauchery we keep purporting, or saying, oh, you could be a drug addict and live a perfectly normal life. No, you can't.
Now, Sean,
alcoholics, as much as we would like to say that you can drink, have a perfectly good life, you drink too much, you drink outside of moderation on the higher end, not on the lower end, you're going to have problems in your life. And when you include drugs, it's going to get worse and worse, and the margin where it fucks your life up is far smaller.
I'm wondering when the globalists enlist their little armies of retards. I wonder if they're promised them drugs to say, hey, you keep marching with Palestinian flags in your hand, we'll give you some more fucking drugs. You want these drugs? Here you go. Fetch.
Well, it's funny, in Star Trek: The Next Generation, Q, one of the crimes that he accused humanity of is making soldiers who are fueled by cocaine.
Right.
And that was like their World War III in that one. And I stepped on you, Outlaw, so I give you the floor.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine, brother. No, I was just gonna say, from an outsider standpoint, looking at your state, mainly people here say that you guys are Eskimos and you eat fish all the time.
I can't tell you how many times I got away with saying, yeah, I lived in an igloo. I had a dog sled team take me to school every day.
Snow,
and if you were really rich, you had a snowmobile. And we hate the term snowmobile. We can't fucking stand it.
Oh, shit.
It's a snow machine. You come up here, you say snowmobile. If you say snowmobile, people think of the 1960s snow machines, not the Arctic Cats and shit like that we have today.
Now, with his state, with Phil's state, he already knows. I mean, we get that.
Well, every state's got stereotypes.
Yeah.
Some are a little bit more prevalent than others.
We get the impression of really high crime, meth heads everywhere, gangs,
Yeah, I mean they've got all that, but they're in very concentrated areas. They're not all. LA is a huge fucking place.
So, me and Phil.
But there are definitely no-go zones for.
Yeah, but there's been gangs in LA longer than I've been alive, so none of that's new. All right, MS-13 has been around since the 40s.
But despite all that,
they span across 2 continents, Central America, or 3 continents, North, South, and Central America.
Hey, what's up? They're called sleds.
But despite all that,
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
From what I followed on the maps over there in Cali, I mean, I like going over there towards the Napa Valley and looking at all those acres of wine country.
Oh yeah, that's I'm closer to that now. That would be back home. That's a little bit north of San Francisco, and that is nice.
Valencia, Thousand Oaks.
Valencia, Thousand Oaks. I live closer to those. That's in Southern California. Napa's up in Northern California, so that's you got to from one state to the other.
It's just typically better to look at because there's landscape to look at and not concrete jungle.
Right.
There's a lot of history over there.
Yeah, I can't imagine living all your life in New York City in some brick building all your life, and then thinking you're the greatest city in the universe. Bull fucking shit.
They call that the concrete
It's a terrible
jungle.
way to live. Yeah. Fucking people banging on your walls all the time and fucking gunshots ringing out all the time. Fuck that shit.
No, I've got a fear of heights. I could not live 10, 20, 50 stories up. Absolutely not. I've got to be ground level. I can never really advance in my military career because I would refuse to go to airborne school. There is absolutely no reason to jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
Well, I used to listen to a lot of that music from the Bronx. I mean, listen to a lot of the.
The old rap music is good, but nothing. The rest of the Bronx we could do without. Fucking. Oh yeah. You don't want to be there. Just listen to the stories. Don't be there. Don't be there yourself.
Wasn't the great age of that the 90s? I rap
late 80s, early 90s. Or the mid 80s, kind of when all that shit started. And then it really blew up in the late 80s. And then
it was never my genre.
And then New York started the New York rappers would be based on what borough they'd be on. They'd be going back and forth. I'm from Queens or I'm from Brooklyn. That's why the West Coast needed to start its own things. Like, we're tired of hearing about fucking Queens and Brooklyn and the Bronx. Who cares? We're over here in California. So that's why the Bay Area rappers like Too Short and then NWA kind of flared up. Too Short is one of the first ones from the West Coast. A lot of people don't know.
Too Short's one of my favorites.
Would it be safe to say it's just commercialized diss tracks or commercialized insults in music to monetize?
Yeah, it was. Some of it was, but and some do it better than others. I mean, like this shit that's going on now, like between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Who the fuck cares? That's
I hear about
pussy
it, but
shit.
I don't.
But the fact that the mainstream media is reporting on it. It's like, oh, we're trying so hard to be relevant. We're gonna report on this rap beef that's manufactured beyond fucking belief. You know what I mean? It was more fun back in the day when fucking DJ Quick and Common's Most Wanted were going at it.
Oh, there's another good one right there, DJ Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
they want to be relevant in news.
But
I mean,
but I should be hearing Fox Channel 11 in LA talk about Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake. It's who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. They're both pussies. I don't give a shit. That's pussy rap. That's that mumble rap that I don't fucking listen to. That's for the children, not for me.
Yeah, but that's not where one should go to find out, to be informed about what's going on in the country, what's going on in the world.
No, never.
But
never.
Well, mainstream media, from what I understand now, is as they're just more blatant about it now.
It's horrendous. They don't hide it. They don't hide their leftism and their communism. They just blurt it right out.
It just used to be the big three: NBC, CBS, ABC.
Yeah.
I won't count PBS because PBS is supposed to be a government.
PBS is far left. Yeah. I mean,
no, it is.
NPR in particular, yeah.
But they all reported.
It used to be. It is now.
And they had to narrow their stories down to be the most important, even though they were doing it with a bias back then. But now that we have the internet, the thing about the news back then, I've mentioned this before, they were able to at least sell the bullshit better with the anchors they had. The guys with the deep voices. Anchors were great at it.
The guys with the deep voices, they're very serious. But now we have these diversity hire pieces of shit that it look like dropped out of college if they even or fell on their head at some point. All the dudes are effeminate. All the women are butch and. With obnoxious voices, and they don't sell the bullshit out. They just tell it. They just put it right in your face. They're not even trying to sell it.
No, it really is.
They turn the cameras on. They turn the cameras on. They sit there and they go, "Where Trump? Where Trump? Where Trump? Where Trump?" And then every dipshit Hollywood celebrity that's way past their prime all gets online and says the same.
You think that's on their their prompter? Where Trump? Where Trump? Where Trump?
Yeah, it is. And then if Joe Biden would read it, and they would say pause in there, and he would say pause along with it because he's a fucking idiot. Absolute worst president we've ever had by a mile.
Well, I don't even consider him a president. I just consider him somebody in the Oval Office.
Worst White House sitter-inner we've ever had. I don't know what you'd call that fucking asshole.
No, I really do hope that they see this as the example of, in future legislation, that there needs to be either a cognitive test or an age limit on the presidency.
Both.
Both.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna grab one more beer out of the fridge, and I got one more sitting in the bullpen waiting to come in. So give me 10 seconds, get to the fridge, get a beer, be right back.
I think I'm gonna go refill my drink as well.
Yeah, let me get me a drink too while you go.
We'll be back in a minute. Chat, deal with us.
Luckily, my kitchen is like 2 steps away from me, so I can just get up and get me a soda pop.
All right. Okay.
Look like Phil was right there too.
Okay, let's bring our next guest up. I don't think he's been on here before, but it's always nice to have some fresh faces in here, especially ones who are as tired of the bullshit as we are. Vincent Van, go fuck yourself. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
By the way, that username wins the internet by a mile, too.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hey, man, I would love to be able to, like you were saying earlier, go to Oracle and go to Petco. Like I was saying earlier in the chat, I was in America earlier tonight. It was a crappy fucking pitcher's duel. Went 10 innings, 1-0, but yeah. We lost to the fucking Marlins.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The Marlins are thrown out of the league.
Right.
Yeah, it's sad to see Detroit struggle in so many sports. All the Lions pushed their way. The Red Wings almost made it. The Lions pushed their way in last year, so we'll see what happens.
Are you up there in Detroit, Michigan?
Yeah, I'm back at the house right now. Yep.
Are you up there around there with Frost? Alan Hermit? Probably don't know him.
No, I've heard of him. I just don't know. I've heard. I know he's in the area. I just don't know where. I know Pop is in like he's a little bit west of me, near like Berkeley, I think. So he's just a tiny bit south and west of me, but yeah.
Oh, you've got a Berkeley in Michigan. We have one in California, which is one of the one of the big hippie capitals of the world.
Yeah, it's also communist as fuck.
Yep.
That's like that's where Cal is from. Cal Berkeley. That's where Jared Goff went to, and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
All right. Oh, we have another pitcher in the bullpen here. He's also tired of the bullshit, and he's very picky when it comes to his women. They either got to be taller than 4'5" or shorter than 6'11". Say hello to Anime Night. What's up, man?
Hey guys.
Oh yeah, man.
What's going on tonight?
Oh yeah.
How you doing over there?
I just woke up. I was gonna go live with Chrono Cross, but I passed the fuck out of my desk and fell over.
That's all right. It's a long game. It'll take a long time to beat it. Believe me.
Fuck yeah.
Well, as far as baseball, the closest thing to me is the Atlanta Braves.
I've been to Turner Field when that was still there. I saw the Dodgers play there at one time. I was in Atlanta. I thought, well, that was good. Turner Field is a nice park. They kept it for 20 years and then they moved on. That's crazy. I thought that was a nice ballpark.
Yeah, as I know, Georgia State uses it as their football stadium now. Since they moved out of the Atlanta Falcons' old stadium, the Georgia Dome, they knocked it down. They moved into what was Turner Field. I don't know what the fuck it's called now. I've driven by it like at least 10 times now. I'm a truck driver, so yeah.
Hopefully it's not called CNN Stadium or some shit like that.
So you basically
no, thankfully it's not.
So you get a front
I think it's named after a bank or credit union. I don't know.
Okay, as most things are.
Mm-hmm.
Front row seat to see the whole fuckery around the U.S.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been stuck? Have you ever had a protest block your way? Fucking Just Stop Oil or Free Palestine? And idiots block up your route.
Luckily, no, but I do kind of have a little bit of a story about that. I was in Chicago picking up a load of Tyson meat going towards the East Coast. I don't know if I was going to Jersey or New York, but
I see where this is going. Yes.
Hang on, just like Terrence Pop says, but I got the hell out of there at like around 9 o'clock. But I guess it was either that day or the day before. Like someone at my safety department called me. I guess he was calling.
That's a new one. All right. Welcome to the show.
I guess he was calling everybody who was going through that route of like I-80, like towards passing through Chicago. I guess apparently it was 2020, the whole summer of love, that whole bullshit, and it was a Saturday particularly, and it was supposed to be. I know there was supposed to be some fucking protest at about noon Central Time, and he was calling me and like every fucking driver that was in the area or supposed to be en route to there, so just to tell them, hey, go around all that bullshit, because I guess I-80 they were supposed to protest. And then it's like, oh shit, yeah. I told them like, yeah, I'm supposed to be out of the area before noon, like 9 o'clock, supposed to be out of there. But yeah, thanks for the heads up.
You gotta wonder what greases are being, what palms are being greased so that they're letting these motherfuckers get up on the freeways, get up on the bridges, and do all this shit. I mean, for fuck's sakes, you got plenty of public parks, all kinds of space to fucking protest. Even though it's not protest, it's organized fucking chaos is what it is. But okay, we'll call it protest. But the fact that they're blocking up roads and blocking bridges and shit, blocking the way to the airport, it's all deliberate. It's all controlled fucking globalist chaos. More.
There was actually a guy.
They have plenty of meth heads. They have plenty of fucking losers and meth heads to help carry out the cause.
Right. So I know there was a guy that was I think it was like a gasoline or tanker hauler. I believe it was in that area too, right where I was talking about. I don't know if you guys heard about that. He actually ran some guy over. It was like one of those dumbass protesters. I was actually surprised. He actually got off. I was very surprised. I'm surprised he didn't get, I don't know if he got arrested. He might have been briefly, but yeah, they just threw it out. I was surprised that they didn't throw the book at him, which thankfully he got off.
Anybody for any kind of virtue signal points.
Yeah.
If your life is in danger and they're kicking and stomping on your car.
Or he
you
probably,
may as
yeah, I
well
was gonna say he
fire.
probably had a good defense lawyer who said, yeah, these people are threatening his life.
Yeah.
They're
By the
fucking
way,
blocking up the
good to
roads.
see you,
You know?
Anime.
They're throwing shit. You know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And trying to like they even trying to break into his fucking cab and whatnot.
Well, I mean,
Speaking of,
if they're doing damage to the vehicle and they're being a threat to you, yes, you have every right to use whatever
Run 'em
force
over.
necessary to get out of a situation because now your life is at risk. If they're damaging your property, trying to get in at you, that's a malicious act, and you should be protected by self-defense protocols.
Right.
I remember one of my old boss when I was living in Texas when I was setting up for concerts and all these shows and stuff. Like he's actually a truck driver himself too. He was joking on Facebook. There should be a whole campaign called "All Lives Splatter." Just run these motherfuckers over.
Where?
You gotta be careful about that because that's how they convicted that one dude who did run over a protester, but because he made a Facebook Messenger post to a friend and said, "Oh, I'm about to go out, might end up splatting one of these protesters on the way." He was making a joke, but he got convicted of.
They don't know what jokes are.
Premeditated assault or whatever.
If he killed the guy or if he injured him, but yeah, he went to jail for it.
What they call them?
It shows malicious intent.
Well,
Yeah, like premeditated intent.
And I know you guys have, but I mean, have people out there not put it together what they're trying to bait people into a response.
No, that's exactly what they're doing. They're useful idiots who are sacrificing their bodies and their lives.
Yeah.
Well, they're being sacrificed
on
on behalf of globalist billionaires. They're putting
biggest useful idiots.
They're just pawns for the.
Well, I am curious. Who is paying the medical bills for these people being injured? Is it the persons or is it the political action groups?
Because let me tell you,
if they're paying the medical bills, then that means that there is intent for them to be injured and to cause chaos, which means they are now liable for bigger than conspiracy. They are, there's at least fraud in there because they're trying to force people to do things that they would not normally do under normal circumstances. And then they're trying to get people convicted, and you can get wrongful convictions thrown out that way too.
Well, let me.
You guys are right. It's a cabal to create unrest.
Yeah, like all this shit going on the college campus. These are just students that are concerned about the bullfuck. It's more of the same hired goons that are all over the fucking place. You know, more Antifa tards with nothing else to do.
They're all paid off.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
and they can't even tell you why they're.
And they're putting up homeless encampments in front.
Protesting.
No, of course they never
They're
can.
paying these people. They're paying protesters. They're paying people. Protest is not supposed to be paid. It's supposed to be a strictly volunteer activity. That's what makes protesting legitimate. When it's paid, it is agitation.
They don't care about the taxpayers, aka us. They don't care about the protesters. All they care about is getting the response out of this that they want. And they don't care who kicks it off. They don't care if the protesters start by killing people or if we start running people over. They want the response so they can run in, give us martial law, take over more power and control. It's clear as day to see what they're trying to do.
It's the same thing that Hamas or every other Islamist organization does is they send useful idiots out to their deaths and then video it.
Yep. More where that came from. They lose a couple, another couple fill in for them.
These protest motherfuckers are.
They couldn't care less that they lose people.
Well, they're less than useful idiots because useful idiots you pay out to the family. You pay out money to the family to stay quiet and shut the fuck up. They don't even do that with these people.
I mean, these people are so zombified. The Just Stop Oil ones in particular, the ones that block up the roads, especially during rush hour traffic, and they wear those orange
glue
vests.
their hands, the pavement.
Yeah, they wear those orange vests and shit, those Caltrans vests and shit, and then you see people dragging them out, and then as soon as you drag them out, they just pop right back in there again. And they can't understand why do they want to run us over? What is going through their fucking heads? I mean, I guess they have to empty their heads quite a bit before they'd take on an assignment like that.
Go up to the driver and ask them, "Hey, why are you in such a hurry? We're protesting for rightful reasons. I got to get to work." Because
dude, they were protesting.
On time, I lose my fucking job. I lose my ability to feed my family. And if you're the cause of that,
and the economy stalls,
your life does
so
not
everybody
matter.
suffers. And by the way, you climate change retards, how you know they really don't care about climate? You got about 10 miles of traffic with idling engines sitting behind you. You fucking idiots.
Yeah, but how many of those are very rich kids who have nothing else better to do than to go out and sit in the middle of the road because they have no jobs because mommy and daddy
Rich kids, I mean,
living.
I mean, you'd figure they'd have something else to do. Fucking, you think of those old TV shows remember Silver Spoons? Remember those like 80s sitcoms with rich kids in them, where they just have shit tons of toys and video games and stuff. I can't imagine them like Bobby, I'm so bored. I'm going to sit in the road because George Soros instructed me to. You know,
what's with the British accent?
I think Goldblum has it right.
Why not?
Do not. I think Goldblum has.
I guess.
Do not leave
That's because
your kids.
you always had that impression. Like that's how rich people because you think of the royal family and the English, people like that. So everybody who's rich just winds up talking like that. Very proper, like whatever. Governor.
Well, have you ever noticed that these protesters don't start destroying property unless they're already aware of it beforehand, like with the bricks and stuff that they leave mysterious pallets out for them?
Oh yeah, well, Soros Incorporated comes by with truckloads of props.
The U-Hauls that show up with bricks so they can throw into a federal building.
Yeah.
Or they give them all the flags to wave and all the banners to carry and all that. They don't bring that shit from home. They don't have any of that stuff.
Kind of like how when the Chinese motherfucker came into San Francisco, they cleaned up the whole streets and they gave everybody Chinese flags to just wave up.
Yeah. Do you really think anybody in the right mind would
actually? You mean the governor of California?
That should have been treason. That's treason.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started with that jack off. He is a tool.
Damn well you remember this because I've heard you talk about it.
Well, he's memed as Patrick Bateman for a reason.
Remember that time when they took over blocks of Seattle?
Oh, sure.
The Chaz. That's terroristic bullshit.
Right here.
Yeah.
Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when they took whole blocks of Seattle hostage. They blocked it off.
Yeah,
and that clearly wasn't a coordinated effort.
They were playing City. That was so adorable. They had their little garden and their little bank. Remember that
garden where
they were playing The Sims.
Remember the South Park where Cartman wanted to go to Casa Bonita but didn't want Butters to go with him, so he locked him in a bomb shelter, and then convinced Butters the world was ending. So Butter gets out of it. And then he winds up being taken to the trash dump because he winds up hiding in an old refrigerator, and the refrigerator is thrown in the trash dump. So Butter starts putting together a little society with building stuff out of trash, like the bank and the post office. That's exactly like the Chazzo did. They were playing City. Yeah. Grown men playing City, playing house.
It failed.
I mean, that clearly wasn't a coordinated effort.
Destroyed the property.
The government was all in on it. They could have thrown them out on their ass immediately, but no, it was the summer of love. They had the virtue signal first,
Or the summer of love.
It turned into a thugs with guns zone.
Another thing to scare you with, other than the bullfuck virus. Keep in your house, wear a mask, keep in your own. That whole fucking thing, and they want you to forget all the celebrities, all the politicians that told you to get the jabs, wear a mask, get the jabs, wear a mask. They want you to forget all that shit, like it never happened. Oh no, fuck you! I remember every one of you cocksuckers that said get the jabs and stay in your house and wear masks. Fuck each and every one of you.
I want
exactly.
All yours.
Think about this for just a second.
They demanded you forgive them.
Think about this for just a second. If these people were really rampaging places, if you had a mob of people really rampaging blocks of Seattle or destroying property, don't you think the military and the police would have been called in immediately to get these people under control? Did that happen?
Because it was controlled chaos. You know?
Exactly my point.
No, you can, because that is an actual definition of an insurrection. It wasn't. Was, by legal definition, it was an open rebellion, of which the president has the ability to summon military troops and deal with it.
In other words,
if Trump kept asking, "Do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help?" No, we got it, and it kept going. It gets worse, and worse. And then the election happens, and magically there is President Biden.
Who's only capable of lying and shitting his pants. Those are the only two things he does
I couldn't believe it. I figured after the summer of love, all the occupation zones, they would have said, no, we cannot tolerate what has happened in our cities. We need a stronger, as much as I hate to say it, a stronger central government because Trump had the authority to do it, but he exercised caution and he delegated it to the local jurisdiction when he had every right to go hard-handed, but he knew what would happen if he went hard-handed. He would have been depicted as the dictator as they say he is.
And 3 years later, they're still saying it. The motherfucking Biden's been president almost a complete term, and they're still wah Trump, because that's the fucking narrative that they will push the narrative until the day they die.
I wish they could actually say something that is bad about policy, because he's got plenty of things we can all criticize when it comes to his policy, especially how he handled COVID.
Yeah.
Granted, he let the states do what they wanted to do, but he didn't have to give the warp speed that it needed in order to make a safe solution. To be careful with my words here.
People have got to remember Trump was a part of that whole deal too. He was in on all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the savior.
That Pfizer money that he collect. I mean, they all collected a nice chunk. I mean,
there really is no such thing as an honest and organic president. I mean, they're all in on this.
No, again, much like news anchors, you got ones who can sell the bullshit better. Whereas Biden, he not only he can't sell the bullshit, he shits it right into his pants.
I want people to think
it's out
right in front of the Pope.
We know how the leftist operates, but how did the right wing?
You should have shit on the Pope. That would have been a much better thing.
You see that video where he's like,
how did the right wing operate
recently?
That whole thing? Who did Trump go after? He went after the Republican Christians, religious people. How many of those happen to be in the USA?
Okay.
There's millions of them around here in the USA, all over the place. See, he was smart. He played to the religious right wing. It's no different than the leftist tactics where they play to the liberal, progressive left.
Yeah. Well, the only thing in the last 30 years, the country's done a 180. Remember in the 90s when it was the religious right, the one that were always protesting things and banning everything, they wanted TV shows banned or wanted things canceled or wanted the FCC to fucking cancel stuff. It's done a complete 180. Now it's the liberal left that are doing all that shit. You know what I mean? Yep. And the religious right don't really have that much of a presence anymore. That's
how often do they have?
That's a fading memory.
But
it's teetered so far over to the left where even the lefties are starting to say, "Now, hang on, just a second. This is going a little too fucking fast." Now, even when you got people on CNN and people like Bill Maher who have been preaching the lefty bullshit for many years are now saying, fuck are we doing? You know, if they're starting to actually think about it. Whoa, this is a little bit loony. You know,
You're not gonna solve
even though we were deep in it.
Real quick, I got an invite from Chaos, so I'm gonna go and hang out with him because this is usually my game night with him. So
Right.
I'll go over there, hang out. If we end sooner before you end your broadcast, I'll come and
Probably
rejoin
not,
you.
'cause I'll need to be getting to bed soon because I got to get up early, so it probably won't be going
Yeah.
too much longer.
All right. Well, hey,
But yeah,
hope your production goes well.
Yeah, tell Chaos we said hi. I'm sure I'll probably pop over and say it myself when I'm done here.
I'll pass it on.
Cool. All
All
right,
right, you
Sean,
guys
take
have a
care,
good
dude.
night.
Oh, man.
All right, take care, Sean. Yes, like another thing I was gonna say about the whole BLM thing, I've been all 48 content. Fuck, can't speak right now. It's late. I've been all 48 continental. There we go. U.S. states, exactly. I was in Washington delivering a load, and that was 47 for me. I had not yet been to Oregon. That would have been number 48. I had a whole day off to go to Oregon, wherever the fuck I wanted to go to, right? So I rented a car, a Challenger, had fun driving that fucking thing off I-5, and I went to Portland, right? And I decided to go to a basketball game, Trailblazers game, and there was a brewery, like not that far away from the stadium. I'm thinking, hey, go in there, and then I saw a fucking cardboard sign in the window that said BLM. I'm like, oh yeah. Nope. I'm out of here.
Portland. It's a lot like California. You got Portland, and you got the rest of the outlying areas who have some common sense.
Dude, like where I parked for that game, there was it wasn't just there, but there's a few other spots that I saw too. There was moss growing on the sidewalks because it just rains there so much and they don't clean it up that much.
Yeah,
this was about mid-March.
I was in Portland last October, and
2022.
I probably haven't been there in about 15 years prior, but it has gotten really dirty, and there's graffiti fucking everywhere. It never used to be like that, but there's more graffiti there than there was in L.A., and I think, God damn, that's every sign, every post, every freeway wall is just covered with fucking graffiti in Portland.
Yeah.
And there's trash and shit all over the fucking place. Now, in downtown, like where the convention center is, where the retro gaming convention was, that's where I went there. Nice around there. You know, that's they keep that area clean. Kind of like in San Francisco, like where Oracle is, they keep that area of San Francisco. That area is pretty clean because you got Oracle, and then right down the street you have Chase, where the Golden State Warriors play now. So that area is pretty nice.
Oracle was in Oakland, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Oracle Arena was where they used to play is in Oakland.
Yeah,
the Oracle Park, where the Giants are, is about
it's
about a mile down the street from where the Chase Arena is. They keep that area nice. Once you get north of there, that's where the shitty parts of San Francisco start getting. But
now I saw a video on YouTube. Go ahead. So correct me if I'm wrong. I saw a video on YouTube of some guy that was like just filming like the nearby area by Oracle Park. That a lot of the bars and restaurants in that area by the ballpark are like shut down. Is that true?
I don't know because I haven't really seen any restaurants or bars around there unless it's on the other side. Because I was walking southbound too. Because the best place I found the best place to park down there is at UCSF, where the hospital is. Go right in that parking structure, $5 an hour, so $20 for parking at the ball game. And easily to get out of there too. Meanwhile, there's a little shitty dirt lot next to the ballpark, $80. No, fuck that shit.
Oh,
another half a mile down, UCSF, huge parking structure, not crowded. It's a well kept secret, but
that's like NFL parking rates. Fuck that.
Yeah.
San Francisco, as a truck driver, San Francisco is the only big city I've not yet been to, and I don't really plan on it anytime soon.
Yeah, driving a truck through there would not be much fun. The streets are very narrow. You have a lot of Asian drivers. That's the other problem.
Oh god.
Not just San Francisco, but the whole Bay Area. There's a lot of Asians and Asian drivers, so it's you're on your toes. The drivers up here are quite bad, and I live in LA, so that's saying something.
Oh god.
It looks like we lost Vincent there, unless he lost a signal. Nope, no, he's back. There he is. All right, there he goes.
As soon as I sneezed, it kicked me off. It's weird.
StreamYard is weird.
We were
I muted it, and it was like, and I even turned my camera off. I tried to come back. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was having problems. It was doubling. It was putting me in two windows, and I was hearing an echo. I was like, I gotta fix this shit because that's gonna be annoying as fuck if I started like that. So it was part of the many problems I had when I started this fucking thing today.
Yeah.
But fuck it. Here we go. Detroit. How long you been in Detroit?
I've been born and raised.
I've never been to. There's a lot of the country I haven't seen yet. I've seen maybe under half of it. I've never been to Detroit. Chicago,
I've been born and raised here.
Chicago I've been to. I actually liked Chicago. I had to work there for 3 or 4 weeks. I actually liked Chicago when I was there.
Stay away from the south and west sides of the.
Oh, I know. By the way, that was the first thing I learned. You learn immediately when you're there where learn immediately where the boundary is, especially the west side of Chicago. You know that expression, the other side of the tracks. South is bad, west is even worse.
Yeah.
South. It literally is the other side of the tracks because when you get to where the blue line is, east of that, fine. West of that, you're in west side of Chicago. You're like big time. It changes. The scenery changes just like that.
Yeah.
Like it was stuck in muck. It's unbelievable.
There's film locations out in Chicago I'd like to visit too. One of them's out in Harvey where they filmed Blues Brothers, where they filmed the mall scene.
Oh sure.
But that part of town is like extremely dangerous now. Everything's burned out, and it's like high crime and everything. So
that sucks. Yes, I have a friend that actually went to. Go ahead.
No, go good. No, I burned.
Yeah, it's like actually.
Train of thought.
I actually have a friend that actually went to where the prison where Jake was, like the opening scene of that movie, Blues Brothers. Yeah.
Joliet, yeah. The prison, Joliet prison.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of places in California. They filmed Knight Rider there. I want to go see those spots. They filmed some Dukes of Hazzard. They filmed Chips. I want to see a lot of the Chips locations.
Oh, Chips, yeah. A lot of the freeways. A lot of it was filmed on the 2 freeway. It goes between Glendale and close to downtown. They filmed a lot of Chips on that in the 210.
They filmed Fast and the Furious right there around in L.A. I want to definitely see that.
Now, Speed, if you remember Speed, they filmed that on the 105 while they were still building the 105. So they actually had the gaps that they jumped. Those gaps are actually there. That's the freeway that runs along Imperial Highway and between Imperial and Century.
I'm going to have to get with you, Phil, at some point and go through some old Knight Rider filming locations, and you tell me where some of them are at.
Sure.
There's some of the episodes like with I don't know if any of you guys watched that.
I haven't seen that show in forever, but I did watch it back in the day. I just don't remember a lot about it.
Particularly the episode with Carr, where they find him on the beach. I cannot find that beach nowhere on the map.
Yeah, there's a beach that it's in Malibu that a lot of things shoot at, like Planet of the Apes, where the big cliff is right there. A lot of shit has been shot at that particular beach, and it might have been there too.
The original Gone in 60 Seconds. I want to visit a bunch of those.
Live action bus hijacking. Yeah,
that movie, with
Speed.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, that was a great movie. Now, Speed 2 was a piece of shit. Speed 2 is horrible.
They had a Speed 2?
They did have a Speed 2. It took place on a cruise ship, the slowest fucking vehicle there is.
Oh my god!
That movie was a huge piece of shit. And Sandra Bullock was obnoxious in that movie. It didn't even have Keanu Reeves in it.
Good. He said, "No, this is a big ass piece of shit. I want nothing to do with it."
Yeah, no, it was really bad. It was a really bad movie.
I think they filmed Back to the Future in California.
Oh yeah, they filmed some of Pasadena where I live. They filmed some of Burbank. The opening scene was looking right down Victory Boulevard in Burbank. So yeah,
I remember they.
Okay. Universal Studios. A lot of it was shot there.
Oh, I was just gonna say
they filmed Batman versus Superman in Detroit, and I was actually an extra for that movie.
Oh no shit!
Nice.
Yeah, in 2014.
Wow.
Unfortunately, my part didn't even get in the movie, so
Yeah,
sucks.
that's usually the case.
Yeah.
You go through all that, you shoot that whole thing, and then you never even see it. Fucking.
And it's like, what the fuck, man? Yeah.
Saugus is a place I
Yeah.
really.
And then I went to a Tigers game right after. So.
Who's managing the Tigers these days? I have no idea. Who the
AJ Hinch.
Oh.
He was the former Astros manager.
Right.
He was actually a catch. He was actually a catcher for the Tigers back in 2002.
I remember that. Yeah, AJ.
Yeah, he was a catcher for about a half season in Detroit for 2002. But yeah.
Has he ever gone anywhere as a manager? I don't.
Yeah, he won the World Series in 2017 with Houston.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then he went to the World Series in 19. Made a stupid decision by not putting his ace on the mound in the later innings. He decides to go with a relief pitcher. Gives up a couple of home runs. Yeah, Garrett Cole fucked up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Dude, this guy is a free agent at the end of the year. If you put this guy in the game, he might re-sign with you guys. But now he's with the Yankees. Like, you dumb son of a... Like, yeah, it was a dumb mistake that even he admits that he fucked up, but...
Bacon, I would love to see that movie. By the way, having a black lesbian chick, maybe Brittany Griner, who's not a chick, take a Zamboni out of the crypt. She takes one of the King Zambonis with maybe Drew Doughty hanging onto the back of it.
Oh man! And what's his name? Anze Kopitar.
And Anze Kopitar and Kempe in try to chase after it.
Yeah, too bad there's no good.
And Kempe, Kopitar can't catch up with it because he's old, and then
right.
Drew Doughty will get an interference penalty. He'll have to sit in the box for 2 minutes while they.
It's too bad that the Ducks are not. That the Ducks are just shitty right now. If they could have a Kings versus Ducks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that used to be a fun rub. Kings versus Sharks also used to be a fun rub, but the Sharks have stunk so many years too. The arena's right down the street from where I'm at here.
No, they've been good for so many years. They've been bad for the last 2 or 3, but they got the #1 pick coming.
Yeah, I've been to the Honda Center a few times to see the Kings play against the Ducks at the Ducks. That's a fun place. I like that place. It's easy to get.
I was at I saw a Coyotes game with my buddy who lives in Arizona like a couple years ago. Not at the 5,000 seat one. But
I've been to that arena too before the year before they moved out of it. And everything was closed. Every snack bar was closed except for one. So there was one long line for one snack bar, and everything else was closed in the entire place. That fucking sucked. It's like because they knew they were closing it up. They knew they were done.
So you were just there, you were there. Must have been just after me because it's a decent looking. Excuse me, it's a nice stadium, but it's not where the fan base lives. It's the location sucks. And they're in Utah now, but
it works for football because they play once a week or sometimes once every other week. So the fans will go to that.
Right.
And I've been to that stadium too. I've seen the Cardinals play.
I've been to the Joe when it was still around, at least.
Oh, dude, not a bad seat in that building at the Joe.
No matter where you sit, you still have like a great view of everything.
Yeah.
And the people
you could be in like the last row of the upper deck in the corner. Great seat.
Well, like with your state there, Vincent, I don't understand why they destroyed the Pontiac Silverdome.
Place is a shithole. The bathroom smelled awful. It was outdated. It was a Teflon roof. I mean, hell, just look at the fucking the Metrodome when the roof collapsed.
Yeah.
It collapsed back in the 80s. right? It was similar architectural design. It was flawed as fuck, and yeah, it was out in the middle, like it was out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like where the Pistons used to play. Auburn Hills, not that far from Pontiac, but the Palace is actually a nice fucking stadium. It sucks that the Pistons moved out of that and went downtown and knocked that thing down. It sucks, but at the same time, it's like, the Silverdome was a shithole. It was.
Yeah. Well, you guys.
And like Pontiac is not that great of an area. It's like there's a lot of drugs and cocaine in that area. So.
Well, you guys had the first mall in the country, from what I understand, over in Pontiac. The mall.
Yeah, it's not open anymore. Mall, yeah, it's closed.
Yeah, they knocked it down, I think.
Yeah, Pontiac sucks.
Well, we've got the Bryant.
The Silverdome, where the Silverdome is now, Amazon has a warehouse there on top of that site.
That's where Andre and John Hulk Hogan wrestled. That's where.
Yep.
All you guys' football games.
Macho Man Savage and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Every failing mall, and there's quite a few of them. They're all going to turn into fucking Amazon warehouses and shit.
Oh, I hate that company.
Amazon, yeah, we just had one here in town built like 2 or 3 years ago, and we had union protesters out in the streets, literally trying to get us to sign up for their bullshit. Literally getting out in the middle of traffic and trying to get us to sign their forms and shit to help protest with them.
There was a place I used to play softball at in my late teens and early 20s. Hell, my dad played at this place when he was my age. It closed about a couple years later. Same thing. It's an Amazon warehouse now. It's like, what the fuck? Well, Jesus.
Luckily, we still have Bryant Denny Stadium for the Alabama football. We've got
that place ain't going nowhere. It looks nice.
We've got the Rickwood Field in Birmingham, which is a historical
baseball.
You're
not wrong. That's part of the vicious circle. Buy more shit on Amazon, close more malls, turns into Amazon. There you go.
They're supposed to be playing a game at Rickwood this year, I believe.
We've got Legion Field, which was where Alabama and Auburn used to play years ago. That's in a real bad part of Birmingham. Like that never worked out and everything. I'm surprised that stadium's still there. We've got. Let's see. What else is some more of them stadiums? I mean, Bryant Denny's pretty much the biggest one in the state. Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a college town. The whole town's like a college, haven paradise. So. You got restaurants and fucking malls and all kinds of young college teenager shit everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You got.
It felt so good for my Wolverines to beat Alabama this past year in the playoff.
I would have been right next.
So glad we got it done. So glad we got the big one done.
The rest of y'all states for like, fuck Alabama, man. Nick Saban's an asswipe, and I'd have been right there with you.
Yeah, and I told you a couple days ago when I was at that truck stop in Bama, the truck stop across the street from the one that I was at. I went inside there. There was a hoodie of Mount Rushmore just in the background of it. But the main part was just Saban's face with a little suit jacket, and it said "Saban for President 2024."
Look, I can tell all three of y'all from experience. It's literally like a cult, a religion down here. No, you guys don't understand. These people. When I lived in Texas for 2 years in Dallas, I could even in like the high school level, it was like a religion. Football. Look, dude.
Just look at the size of the football stadiums in high school. They're like the size of D2 and D3 stadiums, college.
There's fucking vehicles all over
Nuts.
Where I live, and I live in a very NASCAR-rich historical town. They have vehicles that drive around even where I'm at with Alabama flags hanging off the back of the trucks. Stickers. People wear the caps. They love this man. They worship the ground. If they could kiss his ass, they would kiss this man's ass. Like it's You know?
Oh yeah.
I was like, fuck this dude. Because he come out in support of BLM, and I was like, no, I'm done with this guy.
No, they paid him off too, just like most of the pro coaches. They paid off, like Mark Cuban, that fucking douchebag on the Mavericks, who's always been the first to beat down with whatever liberal cause is going on that week.
Yeah,
I would have been right there next to you guys, rooting for Alabama to lose, because I fucking hate it. I got to where I hated them. I was like, fuck this team. I hate them.
Yeah. Because I know my cousin, a lot of my family actually attended Michigan State. And a lot of you may not know, but Saban actually coached Michigan State before he went to LSU, then Miami, then Bama. And yeah, Michigan State does not like Saban for that reason, because he bolted for the money and for Bama.
Well,
but at the same time, it's like, hey, there's a reason why. I'm going to piss off a lot of Spartans here because I'm Wolverine. Why Michigan State will always be little brother.
Well, let me rephrase it. I don't hate the team, Vincent. I don't hate the team. I hate the guy. Saban.
Understandable.
Because the money changed that dude.
Oh yeah.
The money got involved. This dude was doing Ford truck commercials. He was doing oatmeal cream pie commercials. You know, this guy was making.
He was doing oatmeal cream pie, the little Debbie ones. He was doing commercials. Well,
they were.
Oh.
So he got.
Jesus.
I remember those.
So
I didn't see those ones. Is that only in the South?
So they
or out west. I don't know.
I've seen them here.
The fans
I've never seen them. Fuck.
The fans found out that Nick Saban loves Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies, right? So when the day that he announced he was retiring,
I'm sure Bacon's got an answer for that coming up soon.
So the day that this man announced retirement, there were videos of people all over the place, literally filming themselves crying. Next thing you know,
kind of like when Kim Jong-il or any fucking North Korean dictator was crying, all the people just crying.
Or when they announced that Trump won the election and he got that famous bitch up, no, who became the meme for all memes, right? Fucking
because
no bitch.
Go ahead.
So there's a famous spot in I can't remember if it's Auburn or Alabama. It's called Toomer's Corner. It's a college town. And it's basically, they roll the trees and all that shit when they win against Bama or whatever. I think it's Auburn. Anyway.
I think it is. I've heard of it before. Sounds familiar.
There we go. Right on cue.
I want to say that's where they put the statue of this man. No, I think it was in Alabama.
Bacon with a cream pie joke right on cue. He just couldn't help himself.
No, it was in Bryant Denny. It was like in Tuscaloosa, never mind. But they had a monument erected to this guy. They had fans. Yeah. They had fans taking. They had fans taking pictures, signing their names to this big monument to him. They were throwing oatmeal cream pies on the ground in front of it. Dude, they went fucking apeshit ballistic when this guy retired. I'm talking about there were people literally sobbing on camera because Nick Saban was like, "No, I'm done."
Megan's got one too, just in case need another cream pie joke. Thanks. Look what you all here.
But they found out. They were like, "Oh, this dude likes cream pies." Oh, so now everybody, like these Alabama fans, are like going out and buying cream pies and throwing them on the ground and then eating them. Oh, this is my favorite snack. It's just fucking stupid hero worship shit, right? It's crazy, dude.
It seemed like it would have been a good ass opportunity for the Auburn fans to try to roast him. Are they just that stupid, or did they just not have a fucking sense of humor?
Oh, Auburn fans, dude, they go ape shit on Alabama fans. They love torching them.
Right? It is a nasty thing to waste.
Yeah, they found out Nick Saban loved his cream pies, and suddenly everybody was eating them on camera.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Tagging Nick Saban in.
Nick Saban loves cream pies. Okay, I think we learned.
Oh man, I will speaking of like coaches departing and whatnot. Michigan, as you guys know, Harbaugh, he went back to the NFL, the Chargers. Yeah. It's like we had a feeling that, like, you know, oh, we'll be fine. Like I wish him the best. Like every Michigan fan like knows, like, and just wishes him the best too. We all understand. It's like
the Chargers will forever be mediocre, especially in LA, where nobody wanted them to be in the first place. They will never.
Right, but
doesn't matter who the
at the same time, I mean, because he brought us the big one, I hope he does it there as well. But like here in Michigan, it's like we're not crying because he left. It's like we all understand why he left. It's just they're all like the NCAA. They were after his ass. Like he was a players' coach. Like
well,
all the players fucking love him. Like you ask any like former Division I players and like NFL players, they all laugh about this whole saga. It's like it's all bullshit. It's like that whole cheating scandal. It's like a whole bunch of schools fucking do it. It's like like
from the time that Nick Saban first got to Alabama, was it 2008, 2009? After he
roughly
left, was it, LSU?
8, I think. No, the Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Yeah.
From the time he got there and then he retired here this year, he had won, what was it, 7 or 8 national championships? Or
I think 6 with Bama, 1 with LSU. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, it's
exactly
another reason to hate Saban.
Yeah.
Hate him all you want. I don't hate the team. I hate Saban. Let me make that clear. Bama, I don't hate. I hate the man. I don't like that guy at all, and I don't like the fans of the team.
Jay Harbaugh, right? Is it Jay Harbaugh Bacon?
I think so.
The big one.
Yeah, I think
that's a Talladega reference.
But yeah, speaking of Seattle, I don't know if you saw this, Bacon.
Yeah, it was time for Pete Carroll to go. Yeah.
Griffey.
I
loved Griffey when I was growing up. Sweetest left-handed swing ever. It's actually the reason why I started hitting lefty.
There were two Super Nintendo Ken Griffey games on the SNES.
Didn't his dad play too, Ken Griffey?
Yeah, dude, him and his dad were actually the first duo, father-son, to play in the same team together in 91 and I think 92. Yeah.
I've got Ken Griffey Jr. baseball card. But
yeah. Yeah, this is a junior uniform right here. I actually went to a Mariners game a couple years ago. I got this.
I got Sam.
It was against the Angels. I also saw it with Tiny. The motherfucker struck out 4 times. Like, are you fucking shitting me? I want to see you do damage. And you got a boom sombrero.
I saw Ohtani last night because he's on the Dodgers now. He struck out twice and pretty badly too. He's still hitting. He's hitting well, but when he strikes out, he really strikes out. Badly.
So he's mostly
like 2 or 3 of the times he struck out in the game I was at, it was bad.
Yeah, he had 2 hits. One was just an infield single, and then he got a fielder's choice, and he struck out twice.
He's not pitching till next year, though.
No, he's not pitching until at least next. No, I think his pitching days are done. Quite frankly, I think they spent,
eventually.
I think they just got a very expensive DH. Is what they got with him. But he's he's still a good hitter. So there's that.
I mean, his pitching days are not done yet. Eventually, in my opinion, they will be.
Well, the Angels are known to ruin careers, and I think they've already started with him, and they've definitely ruined Trout's. So
Artie Moreno is a shitty owner. He needs to sell.
Artie Moreno is fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm. I've got Kobe
Their
Bryant.
GM sucks too. Barry Maniason.
I've got a few Kobe Bryant basketball cards. I'm trying to think of some West Coast team players that I have.
The jersey.
Bacon, that's not an accordion. That's the Super Nintendo track I always have playing on the background on the live. That's the what game is that from? It's Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, I think.
Shaq played with the Lakers, didn't he?
He did.
No, he didn't. He played for the Pistons. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he played for the Lakers.
That was fun.
We smoked him in 04. We smoked them in 04.
That was when the Lakers were fun. Now the Lakers are pussies, and I can't even watch the NBA because it's so full of pussies.
Good. I can't watch the NBA either.
And by the way, I know everybody's really excited. Today is the opening day of the WNBA. Holy fucking shit, Caitlin Clark. God damn, are you excited? Is you fucking excited? No, nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'd
for
rather
real.
watch golf. I'd rather watch golf than the WNBA.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd rather watch turtles fuck. I mean,
you're not wrong. Turtles fuck.
Yeah, I can't take the Lakers. I can't take the Lakers.
Somebody on
because they got China James over there.
Yeah, I mean, they all look like men, and most of them sound like men. Brittany Griner, Jesus Christ, sounds like fucking Darth Vader. You know, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop pretending these are women. They're goddamn ghouls. What the fuck they are.
Who else?
And they're not basketball players either.
Yeah, like 75% of the black chicks all sound fucking masculine as hell.
Yeah, more masculine than dudes in the NBA now. Fucking.
Who else?
LeBron James fucking prancing around and flopping and shit. Fuck that.
Who else?
Russell Westbrook wearing a dress. Some of these guys,
well, he's not number 0 for nothing, man. Fucking.
Right.
Out of you guys' side of the country, the West, who else was famous that come out of that side of the country?
Wait, what was that last? Pull that super chat up again.
Like
too fast.
Athlete, like in basketball, baseball, any of that stuff. I can't remember.
Kobe Bryant. Well, Kobe Bryant. Well, except he wasn't from the West Coast, but he wound up. He's from Philadelphia.
Yeah, from Philly. Yeah.
You said King Griffey. I've got all their cards.
I think Fernando Valenzuela. He's from Mexico, but he's a famous dodger for all his.
Excuse me. Yep. And a wicked screwball.
Yeah.
Oh man. I really need to brush up on my sports history.
I got you covered for that, bro.
I think Jimmy Johnson come out from California, I think.
No. Oh, NASCAR. I thought you meant the coach.
Yeah, definitely not the coach.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was actually a college teammate with Jerry Jones at Arkansas.
I remember Ichiro, Megan. I've got his card too. Baseball card.
Bacon, you mean the take Kingdom style, right? Where they blow up the fucking place? That's a good one, dude.
Now, baseball, I've got
Is he talking about the fireworks every time they hit a home run out of the ceiling? The fireworks.
I think he's talking about when the Kingdom was imploded. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam, 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 bam.
I've got most all of the 95.
That place is a dump. That's where it is now is where the Seahawks play.
Right.
Lumen Field, right on the top of it.
Got most of the 95 Braves World Series players like Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine.
Yeah. Ichiro was a shit back in the day too.
I've got Ichiro's card right now, actually.
When I was in Little League, I actually had number 51 in one of my jerseys one year because of Ichiro.
Tom
Glavine. Remember Hideo Nomo, the Japanese pitcher for the Dodgers, with that tornado windup that he had. He
played for the Tigers for a year or two.
Yeah, he would take about a half an hour to fucking wind up, but fucking he'd strike you out every time.
Oh God, Barry Bonds, Darryl Strawberry, Billy Ripken.
Back when the steroids and the cocaines were everywhere.
Derek Jeter, Sammy Sosa, Javi Lopez, all them guys, man. I had
nice.
What was their manager?
Speaking of the teal jersey, I was torn on whether I wanted this road jersey, Griffey, or the teal jersey. I kind of wish I would have gotten the teal jersey now. I don't know. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah, CenturyLink used to be called. And
Laundry.
then,
I think I have his card, too.
whereas T-Mobile used to be called Safeco.
Safeco. Yeah, Safeco.
Yeah, Megan, I'll pull that card out.
Of course, we have Crypto.com in LA. That's been the Staples Center ever
Staples.
since it started.
Yeah.
We don't call it, nobody calls it Crypto.com. We just call it the Crypt, or most people just still call it Staples Center. Or either Staples Center or the Crypt. Head to the
Is
Crypt.
anybody gonna? Hey, when the place that the Clippers are going to next year, what was it called?
The Intuit Dome. Yeah.
Is anybody gonna call it the Blood?
Maybe. in Inglewood, probably.
Yeah. You got the Crypt. Yeah, they got the Crypt where the Lakers play, and the Blood where the Clippers play.
The Blood, sure. That makes sense.
That'd be awesome.
Inglewood is a Blood hood too, so that does make sense.
Oh, it is. Oh, did not know that. Where the Rams play.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's where Mac 10 is from. Fucking, he's always carrying a red rag.
I'll find that box. I'll find that box of cards I've got, Megan, and I'll find my Ichiro card, and I'll take a picture of it and show you.
Nice.
It's like the only card I've got of him. God, I had all them guys at one time, man.
King Felix just retired a few years ago.
I'm talking about the cards that had like
The
baseball.
front office did him dirty by not supplying him an offense. That dude was something else on the mound. Yeah.
Tom was probably one of the best pitchers we had at Atlanta.
Smoltz and Maddox too. Smoltz was the one that got away from us, man. We traded him for Doyle Alexander. Lasted like a year later. And
Randy Johnson came up with Seattle too. If you remember the Randy Johnson days.
No. He came up with the Expos. Montreal Expos.
That's right. God, I forgot about the Expos. Yeah.
Montreal Expos. And he had command problems, and he was pitching against the Rangers one game, and Nolan Ryan is actually pitching as he had command issues. I guess he was talking to Nolan Ryan. I guess he was, giving him some mechanical tips, and basically, I guess he said because of that talk with Nolan Ryan, I guess him being off, I forget what exactly it was mechanical wise, but yeah, it really helped save his career pretty much. Just kind of course corrected and made him who he is.
And then one of the best batters I think we ever had was Chipper Jones.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I had really shitty basic cable growing up, and TBS, back when the Braves were on TBS, was one of the few channels that I had, and the Braves are on it every now and then. Right. That was one of the teams I watched. Them and the Cubs too. And yeah, I was like, when I played baseball, I was a switch hitter, and I loved Chipper. I liked Chipper Jones a lot.
They're putting that thing right next to the forum. They didn't turn down the forum. They just put this thing next to the forum.
Brother,
for whatever reason, they're keeping up that piece of shit forum. I don't know why they don't knock that pile of crap down.
That was what we watched. That's what we watched every night. When baseball season would come on, late 90s, early 2000s, man, the Braves, just watched them play and
just watching them, Rick.
God, they used to be fun to watch them.
I watched the Cubs. I watched the Cubs too on WGN, but yeah, watching Sammy Sosa hit fucking bombs on the past on was it Madison Street or something? The one in left field.
Oh, dude, you would have thought the whole town was going to get ripped apart when they won the World Series here about 2 or 3 years ago.
Megan, the forum is where the old stadium in Inglewood where the Lakers and the Kings used to play before they built the Staples Center downtown.
That's we won the World Series in 2021, was it?
Yep. 21.
And man, you'd have thought, everybody around here was going to tear this bitch apart. I mean, everybody was just up in the arms, screaming, "Oh my God, we're back in the World Series!"
Wait till the Lions win the Super Bowl. Watch our town men just cry. I'm not kidding. Because we've been shitty since the beginning of the Super Bowl era.
Doesn't seem like the doesn't seem like the NFL or the officials want that to happen. Fucking, they really fucked you guys over.
Listen, we had people on.
I don't think we ever won a Super Bowl.
I think the tide is turning. But yeah.
We had Alabama fans that would cry when we won, just a regular season game, like at a Rose Bowl or something. Like,
That's ridiculous because you guys are there every year. It's like we've been shitty for 60 plus years ever since we traded Bobby Lamb to the Pittsburgh Steelers and said you guys will win nothing for the next 50 years. And year number 50, guess what year that was? The 0-16 season.
Ugh.
Actually, I live within walking distance of the Rose Bowl. I could just fucking walk down there, and walk around the stadium just to get exercise.
Ah, nice.
No, the Alabama is something else, man. They cry when they win a regular game against Atlanta or Michigan. You guys or
have even like a nosebleed, like Slippery Rock or whatever.
Yeah, actually, Bacon. It was called the Forum first, and then when corporations started, buying the naming rights to all these places, then they added Great Western. Because we used to have Great Western Bank back in the day. Then that got taken over by Washington Mutual. That got taken over by Chase, et cetera, et cetera. So it just went back to the Forum, which it doesn't really do anything now. Sometimes they have religious events and concerts in that place and shit like that, but otherwise that place looks a lot like the Oracle, the old Oracle Arena and Madison Square Garden. They all have the same ceilings. It was the same design in the 60s when those places were built.
Kind of similar to where the Clippers actually used to play in the 80s, 90s.
Oh yeah, the old sports arena in downtown LA. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
One thing that I think was probably the dumbest decision I've ever seen any sports place do. You guys' stadium, what was that fucking stadium where NASCAR turned it into a racetrack, and we raced at it the beginning of the year? What is it? The LA Coliseum.
You mean football stadium?
Yeah.
LA Coliseum.
Oh, the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Did that? Yeah, that was kind of weird.
They turned that football field into a fucking racetrack.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't watch it. How was it? It seems like it'd be super cramped.
It was there's no speed whatsoever. The cars don't get up to probably 60, 70 miles an hour, and then they immediately on the brakes, going around turn 1 and 2. It's like it was the biggest waste of time ever. Why?
Yeah, it's like how. Because it's LA. I was like, oh, that's where the Olympics are going to be in 26, 28?
The Coliseum is a dump. It's been a dump a long time, and really USC is the only one that uses it now since they built the stadium in Inglewood. The Rams and the Chargers moved into that fucking place.
Now you guys can tell me better than anybody. Does California care anything about NASCAR?
It's got its fans, I mean, it's not as big as it is, say, in Florida or the South or something, but...
even Texas, yeah.
I know they just demolished Auto Club Speedway out there. Yeah. Roger Penske's racetrack.
They still have that Long Beach Grand Prix, but that's not NASCAR, but that's they still set up for that.
They came out there looking for you guys as fan base out there in the West, thinking that you guys were going to start buying into it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, I guess.
But unfortunately, they started woking up NASCAR like they've woke up most of the other sports. So, they just can't. They can't help themselves. They can't stop ruining everything men enjoy. They can't stop making women ugly.
Yeah.
They can't stop woking up the sports.
And then
which
you
is why I
guys
stay with hockey, because it's probably the less woke out of the bunch. Even though they've certainly been trying with all the the rainbow jerseys and the pride nights and all the other shit they do. But
then you guys,
luckily the players have been rejecting that. But
because you got a lot of Russian hardliners who play in the National Hockey League who do not fucking deal with that shit.
Well, and then you guys up there, you got Michigan Speedway, which I guess
MIS,
Michigan is known for the auto industry.
Oh yeah. In Brooklyn, Brooklyn, Michigan.
Yeah, Detroit. I watched a lot of videos on Detroit, where all the auto factories used to be.
Yeah.
Hudson and all that. That's pitiful, man.
Yeah.
That's
So I know where MIS is. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's on the border of like just the sticks, really. Well, actually, you could say that it really kind of is in the sticks, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, Talladega's out in the middle of butt nowhere. There ain't no infrastructure anywhere around it.
I remember, excuse me, a couple years ago when I was on a week, like when I was like driving, I was in Pennsylvania, and there was this. I was parked at this one Pilot. I think it was Pilot for the weekend, and there was actually like an abandoned NASCAR track, like a hop, skip, and a jump from where I was parked. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just go walk right down the road where it's at. I just hopped the fence. A couple of fences there, and I just walking around. I couldn't go in the press box without, breaking into windows, which I wasn't gonna do. But yeah, I was just walking on the track and whatnot. I'm like, shit. Yeah.
What's up? Nice to see you back. Butterworth.
Well, they've got a track.
Like Mrs. Butterworth.
You said Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah. It was. I think it was. I can't remember if it was off the Turnpike or if it was off of 80. I forget.
There was a track called Nazareth Speedway out there in Pennsylvania. Triangular shape. The track was triangle shaped.
Okay.
Race that. After they close, people go out there with their cars and they like to race around and drift and shit. Well, they dug up sections of the track to keep people from doing that, and eventually they just let the track rot. I guess that's probably maybe the one.
It kind of looked like it had been closed for quite a few years, at least a couple.
Meghan, I started with torpedo IPAs, and then I started drinking some of these fucking black iced teas, which are quite good and quite caffeinated. So,
well, now you've got. I don't know if any of you guys watch Cletus McFarland. Yeah, he bought a racetrack down in California, Florida. And so now the neighbors around that track is giving him shit, trying to get him to, sell it where they can demolish all that. It's just sad, man. Tracks all over the country just disappearing.
I saw the
anything with testosterone, they want to get rid of it.
See, I'm in Birmingham, right? I'm in the Birmingham area. So we had BIR, which actually had a lot of legends come through. We had Bobby Allison, we had Davey, we had Red Farmer, we had a lot of the NASCAR regulars come through there at one time. It was on fairgrounds. That area got blockbuster, if you know what I'm talking about. It turned into a bad neighborhood. All that got demolished by the mayor because he wanted to put a swimming pool and a recreational center in there. Just when do those people swim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so now they've got a big ass swimming
those
pool.
Those people, where? You mean those
people?
Here, Eric Adams said they couldn't swim either, so it's okay when he does it.
I mean, Callie, yeah, they just demolished.
Let me start it, motherfucker.
It's New York. Let New York implode. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Oh, New York, goddamn. I only want to go because I want to see.
Callie is a big NASCAR fan. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, Callie, they just recently demolished Auto Club Speedway to rebuild it. That's how smart they are.
Now, Miss Gander, you said you were. Are you in Grand Rapids? Is that where you say where he's from?
Did what for that old track? Did tires?
No. Let's see. Because I actually, company I work for is actually based out of Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids area.
Well, Callie, as long as you're not a Bubba Wallace fan, we can be best friends.
I can guarantee you she's not
Fuck
a Bubba
that guy.
Wallace fucking fan.
Fuck that guy, dude. And he's an Alabamian. He's from
Yeah. They paid him off. They paid him off. They
Bullshit.
paid him off to push the bullshit. And just like Jussie
Right.
Smollett failed miserably.
Jussie or Juicy?
By the way, when Brittany Griner did that interview on 2020 and started talking, I swear to God, Brittany Griner and Jussie Smollett is the same fucking person.
No,
listen to it talk. Listen to it say the same talking points. Same fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
And interviewed by Robin Wright or whatever whatever that chick's name is on 2020. Same interview too, because that's what Juicy Smollett, when that whole thing went down in 2020. And the first thing he did was go on 2020 and say, where MAGA Republicans beat my ass. And all this. It almost sounds like the same exact fucking story. You'd swear the same person is just playing these same parts over and over again. It's like, dude.
They basically tore down Auto Club Speedway,
It's all
Cali,
show
to,
business. It's all show business.
to shorten the track down to like a half mile or a mile track. They're making it a much smaller track. So they tore down the original Auto Club track. I don't know where that's at in California. Somewhere out there. I don't know.
More of a Ricky Bobby fan. You ain't first, you're last.
Right, there's your answer to where Michigan is.
Moscow, West Side, shithole now.
I went to Irwindale Speedway 2 times.
As where my company is based out of is in Wyoming, Michigan.
Montana. Oh, you guys also have Infineon or up there in Napa wine country. You guys have a road course up there in California. Was it?
Yeah, but again, that's that's Northern California. Southern California doesn't know nothing about Northern California, and vice versa. Anime's back on. Anime, did you lose your signal there for a second?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I was listening to the conversation while I was making some food real quick, and then, boop! I hear nothing. I'm like, crap.
I'll shoot you an article, Cal.
Back in the day, though, I missed the barbecues.
I think I lost you again.
North California.
I do miss NASCAR when it was like a lot of fun back in the day.
Hey,
All the
Callie, I'm in Northern
barbecues,
California now.
everything.
You watch yourself. Or I don't live here, but I've got to spend a bit of time here.
Damn right it can. Damn right it can.
I got to put up with it around here, so just settle down. Or you gotta.
Damn right it can.
Or you gotta go to the corner. Go to the corner.
Anime fan, I got out of NASCAR probably like 10, 15 years ago. Right after Toyota first came in. I was pretty much done with that sport. And again, I come from a place where a lot of the legends used to build race cars here. And I don't like NASCAR now. I hate it. It's like everything else. It's went woke.
It's pretty close to Irwindale.
Nope, anime got there.
Now, question about the NASCAR. Do you think? I don't know if it's there yet, but how long do you think they decide to go try to make their cars electric?
They're already in talks about it.
Oh my God! R.I.P. NASCAR. Seriously.
They're already talking about experimenting with either hybrid or EV.
Nope, got to work. Not running. Stay and fight. Stay and fight the libtards.
I have to find the article. But I mean, NASCAR's pretty much went that way anyway. Have you guys seen the cars lately?
Wait, was it you or on our last little stream that we were on that was talking about the how the newer cars are just being designed? They're nearly killing some of the drivers when they crash and whatnot. They're also kind of cheap. Was it you that brought that up?
Yeah. So the current car they're using right now, you have one single lug nut on all 4 tires. They don't have 5 lugs anymore.
Yeah.
So they've got sequential gearbox transmissions. You know, the old transmissions are gone. You know, they have independent rear suspension now. You know, they used to just have solid front and rear axles on them cars years ago. That's gone. The crumple zones, the way that the cars wreck, they built them so rigid that it was almost like knocking drivers out, and so they've had to go back to the drawing board and redesign that car like 2 or 3 different times. You know, they're so low to the ground. If you blow a tire now, you're just out of the race because the tires are bigger now. They don't run the older you know, tires anymore, so they're running like a real.
I would love to see some all electric dragsters. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
So the tires are basically like what you'd see on a production car. You know, like a rubber band tire on like a big ass wheel.
Just push a button instead of.
Yeah.
It would have a little. It would have a little pussy horn on it. Yeah, beep beep. It'd be great.
No, it'd be like. Be like a clown whistle.
BLM stickers on the back. Yeah, be great.
Oh God.
It's over to where there's one shop building all the cars now. So basically the one place builds all the cars, then they give them back to the teams. They can make their small adjustments, shit like that, put the stickers on, whatever. But there's one shop that's designated building all the cars now for the teams. So it's turned into a shit show, man. It's on its way out. You know, they're losing money. Sponsors are leaving. The grandstands are being taken out of the places. So it's only a matter of time. Everybody's going over to Mike.
Oh, I agree. He would be.
Going over. Oh yes. Oh my God.
They're going over to
him angry. I seen Dale Sr. angry. You want to get out of the room when he's angry.
The Intimidator.
I could even see him coming. I could see him coming up out of his grave. That's how angry he'd probably be.
Like he got so pissed he came back to life.
Right.
Especially
all electric drag race sounds like Japanese speed metal band Polska would be into. Oh yeah.
Everybody's
get out of my room.
Everybody's watching like short track.
No, it'd be like, get out of my room. That's what it'd be like. That fucking alcoholic.
Get the fuck out of my
outlaw.
Outlaw.
I do miss back in the day when, like, it was at my uncle's house during the late '90s when it was still good. Whenever like the NASCAR Cup Series was on, he would have like the barbecues and all that. Like no matter what Cup Series it is, even the Daytona 500, it would always be a party over there. It would always be a party. And also when the playoffs were going on, we were in at the time. I missed those events.
Dude,
nowadays it's hard to get excited because it's just like all these people are so bent backwards and all the rules are like so convoluted, and it's like, are we really playing or are we just tied so much that we can't even punch the referee in the face?
Well, you guys know, them cars used to have like 900 and something horsepower years ago.
Oh, right? Yeah.
They were
Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott.
Yeah. Now, Vincent, they're not even running 500 horsepower in them cars anymore.
Jesus.
I'm talking about a car in 2024, that could easily be over 1,000 horsepower if they had evolved the damn thing correctly. Only running about 500 something horsepower on major tracks. These cars suck so bad and have a problem with passing. NASCAR's done, dude. It's over.
Looks like with most major sports, it was nice knowing you.
Everybody watches their local race.
Thanks for pussification rearing its ugly head once again.
I think the NBA is next.
Oh no, it's already convoluted. They will bet if they have China James there. You bet it's just.
I've stopped watching NBA long ago. I used to be a huge fan. I haven't watched it about 7 or 8 years now.
I actually have a
because of
T-shirt.
LeBron James.
Like there's a sports channel on YouTube called Black and White Sports. They have they launched like T-shirts. Yeah. Have you seen the LaChina James shirt that they sell? I got one of those, like an all red one, like a red LaChina. I decided to give me a red one, represent the whole China flag. But yeah,
not yet for hockey.
Hockey's probably the last one.
Football, they've gotten football.
Have they got John China?
It'll be basketball, which is a few years away. Then football. Then I think baseball kind of will fight pretty well, and then hockey. Yeah, I don't think hockey.
They're ruining baseball with all the dumbass rules that they keep adding every fucking year, and the umpiring is so fucking blatantly bad. Plus the chick announcers. I'm tired of the chick fucking announcers. They gotta go.
Football's already a goner, man.
I don't mind them being like the sideline reporters, but just like
I'm tired of that too. Because it's nothing. Because I'm tired of them too. Because none of them are. They used to be decent to look at, but not anymore. They've uglied them up too, and they have shrill voices, and they don't add anything to the experience. Just shut up. Oh, coach, what are the emotions you guys are feeling after that dramatic win? Shut up. Nobody cares. The game is over.
Some of them.
I mean, they brought politics into football years ago, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was the hero. They really experimented with that, with all the political messages on the fucking the end zone and fucking
and racism.
Well, here's where football really started, when they started making it wear pink every October. Remember that shit? They were all had to have pink stuff all over the place. Thankfully, that went away, but goddamn, that was painful to watch for all those years, man. That really pissed me off.
In October. Every October.
For breath can't they're wearing this bullshit. It was to emasculate men, is what the fuck that was. Look, the uniforms are tight enough and gay enough as it is. To make them wear pink, that was over the fucking line. That was over the line. That's where you lost a lot of people, when you started putting that shit in there. And that was all just a part to femme it up and chick it up and make it unwatchable.
You're talking about
that and the whole Kaepernick thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Susan G. Komen cancer thing. Yeah, NASCAR had
another useful idiot who got paid very well for that fucking nonsense. Yep.
Oh,
that's
he's more famous for that nonsense than ever being a quarterback. That's the thing. For all that political bullshit, and he was just.
It sucks. It's a shame. It's a shame too, because he actually was a decent quarterback, but then just all the other stuff he got into
for a minute, he started to suck. And then he became a professional crybaby. I was like, get the fuck out.
But he was 2 or 3 years he was excellent, and then they all went to shit after that.
I've been watching UFC lately because I highly doubt the leftist tools wouldn't have the balls to go over there and mess that up, because Dana White be like, nah, you faggots, get the fuck out of my building. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's what all the commissioners need to do. But they're all
pussies.
They're all pussies. Yeah,
and if you want,
they're so scared of being canceled. Like, guys, there's no reason to be scared of cancellation. Fight back.
And if you want to consider wrestling a sport, which it ain't.
I couldn't stand Richard Sherman. I never could stand Richard Sherman. You talking about Aaron Andrews? She didn't get in trouble, but
I remember that one. Holy shit, that was bad.
You want to talk about somebody who hit the wall? Aaron Andrews. Good God, is she a fucking mess? Yikes.
No. In my opinion, she's still not that bad looking, but
no, she's done. She hit the wall.
I mean, if you want to technically consider wrestling a sport, which it ain't, but it's already dying off too.
Yeah, sad to say that is the case. They want to push.
I can't believe the Never Bubble Wall. She's like, oh my God, there's a noose. There's a noose. and every other state person's like.
Well, the media was banking on that one. It's like they needed another news story, another Jussie Smollett thing that might actually work this time, and they didn't get what they wanted. They failed miserably again.
Then you had Richard Petty and all them older guys out there making asses of themselves. We stand in solidarity with Bubba Wallace. And then even the story hadn't even come out, like the final verdict hadn't even come out yet. It was just, we stand in solidarity with our driver, Bubba Wallace.
Oh, that was such orchestrated horseshit, man. That was another attempt to fucking to kill another masculine sport.
Everybody started. Yeah. We denounce hate. Then they started taking the Confederate flag out of the NASCAR tracks and like, go fuck yourselves. Like, you don't even know what that flag means.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not even a flag meant for black people. It's like it's a what is it, a battle flag of, was it Virginia?
These headphones suck.
I'd have to go back and look. I think it's a Virginia flag. Oh, wrestling sucks dick too.
Yeah, I used to watch that as a kid in the '80s. That, when you had Hulk Hogan and all that going on.
Macho Man, yeah. It sucks now.
I remember the gorgeous ladies are wrestling fucking in the '80s too. Fucking Glow. Maybe two.
I was a Stone Cold fan. I love Stone Cold and Vince McMahon beating the fuck out of each other.
I wish we could do all that to our bosses, because some of them do need it. No, actually, we should do that to the commissioners. Like, of all these sports, we should just, like, randomly walk in there, be like, hi, and then we punch their lights out.
You gotta be a little loud.
Well, I mean, you look at somebody, look at Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA. Does that guy look like he ever played in the NBA or picked up a basketball? The guy is a
he looks like E.T. He looks like an alien. Looks like E.T.
He looks like a half-circumcised dick. He's just a little bald twerp running around.
Yeah, he's straight up mixed material.
He looks like my left nut.
Does that matter?
Or the right one.
You know what? I would not.
Yeah, the right one. Yeah.
Or he looks like that stuff that's left over after one of those wackos had the operation. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we cut it off. Now what do we do with it? Yeah, make it the commissioner of basketball. There you go.
Man.
Flag standing off against a black guy holding a Confederate flag. Yeah. God bless clown world, right? When this kind of shit goes on.
They will not even let Dukes of Hazzard play on TV because of
that. Where? Confederate flag on the car. Where?
Like, go fuck yourselves.
Because the globalists, pieces of shit, many of them are Europeans who hate America anyway. They made it their point to anything that's truly American, whether it be old TV shows like that or our sports. They want to get in there and ruin it, and they did. You know, they paid a lot of money to do it. They paid a lot of money to people here to do it for them. You know, the Colin Kaepernicks and the Bubba Wallaces and the Jussie Smolletts. Anybody out there to push this bullshit?
You turn your back on the
all they need is one useful idiot in one of these leagues, and it just spreads like cancer.
There's one in every league. Got LeBron James in basketball. Ruined basketball. I can't watch it because he's such a pussy.
Same here.
Your back. I don't care if it's baseball, football.
Baseball. Who's baseball doesn't really have a representative like that. That's baseball's.
NHL doesn't either.
No, they don't really. Well, maybe Marchand, but other than that, I can't stand that cocksucker.
You turn your back on the fan.
Well, he's easy to hate. His playing style.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care if it's baseball. I don't care if it's NASCAR, NFL, NHL.
He is a pest, but yeah, I'm surprised he won tonight without him.
You turn your back on the fan base that built
maybe that's telling him
3-2 series. 3-2 series.
3-2.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm amazed golf hasn't been taken over. I'm amazed.
Who won the other game? Who won the Edmonton game? I didn't pay attention to that.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you right now. It is.
But you turn your
I don't
back.
have my other phone's upstairs. I can't look.
Oilers won, so that series is tied now.
Oh, it's tied.
Yeah.
I figured they'd tie it tonight.
Too bad. Damn it. Vancouver's gonna blow it, aren't they?
You turn your back on any fan.
I don't think so.
You
Wait. I gotta look. Wait, what was the score?
3-2.
Okay.
3-2 Oilers in regulation.
Because I know Edmonton outshot Vancouver in Game 3 like pretty much 2-1, and Skinner for Edmonton was just dog shit.
Yeah.
I know they've had iffy goaltender play of late, but who knows?
It wasn't Skinner. It was Pickard today. It wasn't.
Skinner. Oh, it was. Oh,
maybe Skinner got hurt in the last game.
No, he was just ass, and they pulled him in Game 3.
There you go. Run this live till 4. Callie, I gotta get up at like 5 in the morning. I ain't running this till 4 in the morning. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? Go to the corner. Go to the corner. That nonsense.
Yeah,
what's the matter with you?
It's 3 till 4 where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I'm fixing to have to go to bed. It's almost 3 o'clock where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's wrap things up here.
Yeah.
What a show! What a show! I'll tell you. What a show! Fat, I tell you.
What a show!
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up here. Thanks everybody coming in. Appreciate you. Vincent, come on by any old time. We'll try this again. Check out my daily dude what the fuck videos. That's some I started doing. I started doing it back home, and then I started making do this really slipshod look at productions up here with this crappy laptop I drug on the road here. But it is what it is.
They're still pretty good regardless.
Actually, I did that Meghan Markle thing I did in the beginning. That was intended to be a video this morning, and then I sent it out without any audio. So whoops.
I did that, and I was so pissed.
It's like
the video.
Yeah, and I was trying to do it before I was racing out the door to get to work this morning, so I didn't check it to make sure everything worked. I was like, fuck it, just. Let it load and let's see what happens. Oh, by the way, there's no sound on it, dumbass. Okay. Whoops. Oh well. But anyway, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Okay, anime. What are you playing anything? What are you doing?
Well,
You're still doing Chrono Cross, right? The old PS1 game.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into that. But this Thursday, though, I will be playing Crash Bandicoot 2.
Okay, yeah, I'll see if I'll see if I do something this Thursday. Again, I brought a capture card and the Switch up here. Again, it looks very bare bones, but maybe I'll throw some Super Mario or some shit on. We'll see. Okay, so that be it, and we'll see you again soon. All right, everybody, take care. See ya.
Have a good one.